I'm not Floppy.
And I'm not Floppy.
And I'm hard as a rock, here on Hack the Dino. Hello everyone, we're Hack the Dino. I'm Ben Rosenthal, and I'm joined this week by our very little millennial falcon, Braden Dixon.
Hello, everybody.
What did I call you last time? Keymaster?
Yeah, it varies from week to week, but it's always something to do with
Millennial
holding this thing.
Key Falc Screen. And we've got a very special guest joining us. Once again, Floppy couldn't be here. I'll get into that in just a moment. But we mentioned last show that we've got a brand new social media manager coming on board, and he's sitting right beside me. Anto, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Very good.
Hi.
You did that very lame dad joke. I'm very pleased. Well done. Welcome to the team.
That was the test.
That was the test. Whether you passed.
Pleased to do it.
Now, we are going to talk about you in a minute. But just before we do, I'll let you know where Floppy is. Now, it was all fun and games when Floppy couldn't be here a couple of shows ago because he had severe diarrhea. And everyone's, Floppy and his severe diarrhea. Look, Floppy's not here tonight because, unfortunately, his whole bum just needs to be replaced. He's getting a bum replacement because the toxic diarrhea that spewed forth from his chocolate starfish was so acidic and awful. It just wore away his buttocks. So best of luck, Floppy, and be sure to hit up Floppy Plays Games and wish him all the best of luck with his bum surgery as he gets brand new buttocks.
So we've transplanted Floppy out of a show for me while he gets a bum transplant.
That's right. That's yep.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, this is Hack the Dino, your video game and nonsense show.
Video games, you know those things?
No buts about it. We know video games. Just like Floppy. You can head on over to hackthedino.com and find all our links there. We've got links to our YouTube, which is also at youtube.com/hackthedino, and our Twitch, which you may be watching live now as we stream live and record and do all those things. But that's over at twitch.tv/hackthedino. You can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, on all those things where you will be seeing a lot more content from the person sitting next to me. Now, Anto, not a lot of people know a lot about you. Give us the details. And have you got your butt insurance paid up?
Butt insurance is all paid off, yes.
Excellent.
Well, there's not really a huge amount to know about me. I work in social media away from Hack the Dino. One of the reasons why I'm doing social media for Hack the Dino, I guess. I play video games. I'm getting into collecting after selling my collection to move to Australia. And
Braden's the only one who's been on the show who I haven't diseased with my collecting bug yet. You thought COVID was bad. Like, Dan and I started the show, and Dan started collecting Sega stuff again. Floppy came on, and he started collecting stuff again. Since we've been talking, you've been hanging out in my games room going,
oh, yeah.
Ooh, Braden.
I have a confession to make.
Oh.
I have started very slowly, and by slowly I mean not slowly at all. Starting an actual comics collection now that I work at Greenlight. I've gone from having no comic book short boxes to having 4.
4? You got 4 already?
Yeah. So I got yep. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Awesome.
My bank account.
I think the bug
not
has bitten
happy.
Braden.
I just want to also point out, it's not my collecting disease isn't just to us here in Hack the Dino. Game Boy Dad in the comments is saying, my collection has gotten pretty mad since meeting Ben.
Yep. Yeah.
So if you too want a horrible disease that eats away at your wallet, head up hackthedino.com and follow all the links where we will tempt you with our retro goodness.
It's definitely the wrong year for this joke.
Shit. Just like COVID, I can fuck off.
Okay, there we go.
So you mentioned you were doing social media. You've been on it for a week now?
Yeah, I think I started, it was Friday just gone. Last Friday. So any of the posts that have gone up on any of the socials, so Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I don't think we have any more. If we do, I'm not doing my job. Any of those posts from last Friday will be by myself. And I've been streaming a little bit on the Hack the Dino channel as well.
Yeah, what are you doing there?
Currently, working
I like the
my
way I'm asking as a leading question. I know exactly what you're doing.
I've run it
clear
by
it
you.
through me. But yeah, what are you doing on our channel
Well,
that I
you
pay
asked
no
me
attention
be
to?
here.
Whatever.
I'm currently in the middle of streaming the 16-bit Sonic the Hedgehog games. The next stream I do will probably be
Doesn't matter. Most people
somewhen.
watch this afterwards.
Yeah, but currently, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the next game on the list. That's going to be probably a 2-hour or so stream.
Braden?
Yeah.
The freaking thing is doing this again.
Yay!
Give me a second. It's gonna look like this for a sec. Don't worry. Just
For the podcast listeners, we've got a little bit of an Inception window going on.
Wow.
It's you know when
That's
you
even worse.
when you were a kid and
There
you got
we
a
go.
mirror,
Hey!
you got a mirror and you held it up to a mirror and you looked in and it just went on forever and ever and ever and you go, wow, that's cool. I hope they use that in a Star Wars film one day, and it's really underwhelming.
Dinoception. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's about right. You had to choose the clip where I struggled for a good maybe 15 minutes, didn't you, Braden?
I just
what we do
saw
here.
the round, perfect male form of Dr. Robotnik and had to find it.
I thought you were referring to me for a second then.
You've
Anyway,
only been here a week.
hey, look, it's a distraction. Changing subject. Tell us about the stream. What made you want to stream the 16-bit Sonic games?
Well, unpopular opinion, I really like Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's not unpopular. It's just most
it
of the people
is.
who like Sonic are not popular generally in life. Or in,
Just the horny side of the internet ruins Sonic for most people.
oh yeah, let's moving on.
At least you can say it.
But yeah, no, I'm very openly proud of the fact that I like Sonic. And it's the 30th anniversary of this series this year. And I figured it would just be a fun thing to do, and it would give people a bit of an insight into my particular brand of entertainment, I guess.
Now, is Sonic your favorite game of all time?
No.
Oh, good, good. I can keep you on the show then.
My favorite game of all time, you've probably seen the shirt that I was just wearing in the clip that Braden so happily put on the screen. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite video game of all time.
Right.
Polion knows. He asks me maybe every other day what I think about Final Fantasy as a series, which is always a good time.
Now, we're looking at the screen now, the original Final Fantasy VII that came out on the PlayStation 1 in when, 97?
Yeah, 97.
Braden, how old were you in 97?
What month?
January, I think this came out.
No,
I
it was
was-
later in the year. It was around August, September.
Okay,
Okay, at that point then, negative 2 months.
there you go.
Oh, wow. I was 7. So...
I was also an age. So what spoke to you about this game? Like, we often see the meme of the Final Fantasy VII remake and Sword. Cloud flipping off the train. His name's Sword now. Cloud flipping off the train and people going, this is what I thought the original one looked like. And then they go back and watch the original graphics and go, oh.
Yeah, so the original spoke to me because I saw the box art on the shelf when I was very young.
Is that lower angle behind Cloud as he looks up at a big mechanical thing?
No, the box art in the UK.
Oh, that's right. You're from. You should let people know.
I'm English. I've been in Australia for nearly 7 years. It'll be 7 years on September 14th.
Wow.
No, the box art in the UK was just the white box with the logo, same as
Right. All the other ones.
Japan.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, no, it just I liked the box art. I liked the fact that it was a guy with a sword. It just looked cool, which you don't really care about much else when you're a kid.
No.
And yeah, no, without getting too deep, Final Fantasy VII is the game that made me in terms of my sort of taste in video games and general sort of outlook on things. So it's pretty important.
What hooked you in? Was it the storyline, or was it the way it played, or was it the graphics? Because back then, like, we're coming into the true 32-bit,
CD-based real
64-bit.
technology.
Yeah. The away from the pixel cartoony type games into this sort of thing. And this was really one of the first games to actually nail that look. What was it that appealed to you?
It was honestly the aesthetic. Just the 3D graphics, the art style, the direction of it was immediately the thing that made me go, holy crap, I need to play this. As I got into it and started to understand more of it, as I played it repeatedly as I got older, the story just... I know you don't think it's well told, and it's weird to follow, but...
No. I don't
the
like
time.
this game.
There you go.
But that's just me, because, like, unfortunately, and I think in our Discord, one of the Discord people, Dust Filebeard, that's how you pronounce it.
Thus
Was saying that he likes Final Fantasy, but like me, he hasn't played it. Like the first Japanese RPG I ever played was Chrono Trigger. Mm-hmm. And like compared to that, sorry. Like,
no, that's totally fair.
That is, in my opinion,
the first one I played, like, knowingly,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's where a lot of my love for it comes from. It's been a constant in my life as far as video games go. I've played it at least once a year, yearly since it came out, so...
That's pretty cool.
It's a bit of a big deal. The fastest I've done it in is sub 20 hours. I've not gone for anything close to...
What's the world record?
Attempt. I think sub 1 hour, 40 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Where do they get the electricity from if it's intense?
I have one quick question because I've been waiting for someone who's like a big Final Fantasy VII fan to ask this question.
Is it why?
What are your thoughts on Advent Children, the movie?
Advent Children is good, dumb, ridiculous fun if you don't think it's a sequel to 7.
Perfect. Because I remember loving that movie and having never played 7 back in the day.
Unashamedly love it. It's ridiculous, stupid fun.
Well, even Dan, this was Dan's favourite game, and he collected figures, and he loved the movie, watched the movie, read all the comics and everything he could get. He'd never played this game until Remake.
That's right.
Yeah. And then didn't like it.
I've got some thoughts on Remake, but I'm not going to go into them because we'll be here for 12 hours.
Oh, well, that would be coming... But yay or nay for Remake, just quickly?
It's a yay, but
a yay?
there are some caveats to it.
Those old caveats. You can store things in them. All right, before we get along, I just want to read out a bit of an announcement that we've all made here at Hack the Dino. And it goes as follows. In light of the lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, all of us at Hack the Dino have made the decision not to provide any more coverage of Activision Blizzard until there is meaningful change within their companies. This applies to both new and old releases of games developed and published by Activision Blizzard. The only exception to this will be providing updates of that lawsuit. We believe the victims in these cases and applaud their bravery and strength in standing up and highlighting such a disgusting work culture and wish to offer them all our support. There have also been reports in regards to other companies and their problematic practices and whether they have made enough of a change since similar accusations were revealed last year. This is a situation we will be watching for and for the time being, and we will set rules for them as well if nothing else comes of it. So we will not be mentioning any of the games past or present or coming up in the future from Activision Blizzard until their company is...
until they make some reasonable actual change towards a more inclusive, progressive workplace.
Yeah. So if you're someone who actively engages in things like World of Warcraft or Overwatch, we highly recommend that you keep up to date on all this stuff and make your own informed choices once you engage with everything.
Can I plug something? If you play WoW, you should just play Final Fantasy XIV. There's a free trial. It includes the award-winning first expansion all the way up to level 60, and it's free.
I've just had a question. We got it on the Discord as well from Afronix in the chat. What about what are the thoughts re Ubisoft? That was something we addressed in that statement with the other companies who have been have had similar accusations thrown at them and have been accused of not doing enough to rectify those accusations. They're the ones that we're watching very carefully. And should those practices not improve or get worse, then we will similarly not be recovering any of their news going forward. Right. Just be nice to everyone.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
It's not hard. Be a good dude or a person.
Do whatever you want. Just don't hurt anyone. It's a really simple rule. It's what I teach my daughter. It's the one rule I try to live by. Do whatever you want. Don't hurt anyone. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Do that.
Financially?
No, financially, fuck them. Can you tell I own a business?
Oh, yeah.
Buy my coffee. All right, let's go into what we've been playing. Anto, what have you been playing?
Honestly?
Yep.
It's going to be the same answer as you. I've just been playing Fortnite. The bug has bitten me. Yeah. I know Ben plays it frequently.
God, look how pixelated this is.
Yeah.
Oof.
Anyway,
we've been
playing Fortnite together. Me, Ben, and Floppy. It's just a good time. Like, it's fun. It's free.
What made you jump back in? Is it because Floppy and I was screwing around with it, or?
Yeah, honestly, like I saw you guys just having some fun with it. I do enjoy playing it, but it's just way more fun with other people.
Absolutely. I've found that as well because I never really played duos much. I usually just ground and got the XP because I really enjoy the storyline. And as I mentioned, I really enjoy the fact that you can jump in for 15 minutes and then just, all right, play the game. Fortnite's best enjoyed if you don't take it seriously at all and you just have a good time laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Floppy, Anto and I have been playing it very, very regularly. We've got a couple of victories. There was that one where we had a random jumping in our trios game.
Yeah, that was good fun.
And it was a little kid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
like
was
he
definitely
came on
a
and
kid
he was
who
like,
knew how to play and was building.
yeah, he was building and just carrying these two old guys. Well,
Hey, I'm kind of old. I'm going to be 31 next month.
yeah, oh, God, so old.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, jeez. Check out Mr. Oldface here, Brady.
We have all these decades covered. We're set.
We got Floppy in the 60s.
We cover a
got
broad
me in
range.
the 90s. We're doing well. But yeah, it's super fun. You been playing anything else apart from the games you've been streaming?
I mean, prior to streaming and doing Sonic, and Fortnite every spare moment I have, I've spent most of my time in the last month or two playing Mass Effect. The Legendary Edition.
How's that?
Absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I'll go into it now, I guess. As a series, loved it when it first came out back in, I think it was 2007, the first release. Followed it, played it with my younger brother, had a great time. In my opinion, and this is a very controversial opinion, I think it's better than Star Trek and Star Wars.
Ooh.
Just throwing it out there.
Ooh.
As a universe and just the lore and world building, it's fantastic.
You're just a big fan of butts.
Actually, no, and I was going to touch on this.
You're
One of
gonna
my
touch the butts?
favorite.
You walked into that one.
I did, and I'm not going to say anything too incriminating because I know she's watching. I touched one butt, and it's hers. It's Coda's. I'm sorry. Anyway, the Legendary Edition made one change which I thought was really good for just, aiming itself at a more inclusive audience.
High definition butts.
They actually panned the camera away from a high definition butts.
Yeah.
And that actually is something that sort of helped me convince Coda to play and watch it because it's less gross.
Yep.
And, the more games that can sort of take, sort of lead by example, if they will, and do stuff like that to make games more inclusive and less uncomfortable for people to play, I'm all for it. It was such a good time, and I even said to her this afternoon, I just want to play it again, even though I've platinumed all 3 games.
What about Andromeda?
I played it for 10 minutes and basically took it back the same day. It was bad.
Good work, good work. I this is on my list of things that I want to play next because I never played the first one. I only ever played 2 and 3 because I never had an Xbox. And yeah, I'm really excited to get back into it because even just seeing little bits of it, I remember loving it so much back when I first played it. I loved it.
It's fantastic.
Former co-host Dan is very famously on the record saying that he didn't enjoy this because he couldn't have relationships with anyone.
He couldn't figure it out.
No one wanted to have sex with him.
He couldn't do it. It's amazing. What a good way to judge a game.
Yep. That's our Dan. May he rest in peace.
I mean, what? He's not dead. That we know of.
You didn't get the memo. So yeah, apart from playing Fortnite with Floppy and Anto, I just want to bring up one cool thing. So I didn't realize this, but during Fortnite this season, there's little aliens that float around and they jump on your head, and they take off, I think, 40% of your health.
Yeah,
But they give you extra extra speed, and extra jumping. So it's a bit of a trade-off, and your alien also has health as well. So if they do headshots, it comes off the alien, not you. Anyway, when you're on voice chat and talking to the other people in your squad, your voice changes.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
get a voice
talking.
modulator.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
You're talking normally, and then as soon as one of these aliens jump on, so the whole time I had this voice modulator on, I was just being the Emperor from Star Wars.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, as will your friends.
Just a little thing like that, and I didn't realize, and we're just going, did your voice? Oh, wow. Yep, that was really, really cool. Another game I've been playing is a little game that came out last week called Pokemon Unite, which is the Pokemon MOBA. Any of you guys had a crack at this?
I am not going anywhere near this thing.
I can't stand games that are like League of Legends. I think the term is MOBA. But yeah, League is famous for just how toxic it can be. I've tried to play it once or twice. It's very slow-paced, very just not my style of
Yeah, so I've never played a MOBA before. So me kind of liking Pokemon a little bit, I thought, I'll give this a crack.
just a little bit.
Now, it's like, first thing, it's slow.
Yep.
Like, super slow. The Pokemon move slow. And you have to sort of like get other Pokemon, or you give them items in order to increase their speed, so you get more of an advantage. How do you do that? Why?
Pay to win.
You grind or you pay to win. And this is very much pay to win. Game Boy Dad in the chat, I was having a talk to him the other day, and he was saying that he was trying to grind and get through it, but all the pro players who came over from Dota and all that were jumping in and just slaughtering everyone. So it's just not fun. There's no skill-based matchmaking. At least with Fortnite, they have skill-based matchmaking. So you're on a similar level. Yeah. You're not just getting annihilated by these guys who just are way above your playing league. Look, it's a fun game-ish, I guess. It's not too difficult to understand. It's very basic, defend and destroy type dealio. Super pay to win. Yeah. Like, grievously so. It is, but it's also free.
Wasn't the company that made it Tencent?
It's
kind of in their name, really.
Yeah.
It's like that arcade culture where you put, a quarter in just to keep going and going and going and going.
The old coin munchers like Ninja Turtles and The Simpsons. But they have a free battle pass, and you can also buy a secondary battle pass, and they give you a lot. And again, this is a free game. You can download it now for free and play it. Probably not have a fun time as much as you would as if you played these things more often.
Switch and mobile?
Not mobile yet.
So just Switch at the moment.
Just Switch at the moment. Mobile is coming. I think they said around November. However, there will be no crossplay.
Oh, well, that's a missed opportunity.
There's also no voice chat. So
that's just Nintendo's fault.
Having a MOBA... What was that?
It's from that video that I linked in the Hack the Dino Discord, which is about... all right, let's burn video games to the ground. And he's about to talk about the...
yes.
Stuff,
yes,
so
good.
Don't worry about that.
All right, and lastly, because, South Australia was in lockdown for a week, I got the chance to play a lot of video games, so I sat down and played Chris Tales. Now, I will admit that when I first read it as Sis Tales, and I thought, well, no, we've already got too many of those games. But I sat down and played this. It's a JRPG with... like really, really cute little characters, almost stencil-like, or paper, like, you can see it on the screen now. It is very cute, big eye, very simplistic designs. Great voice acting. The music is wonderful. Ooh. Oh, like just this beautiful orchestral music just hums along in the background as you're walking around. It's sort of like a 2D environment, but it has 3D abilities. So like you walk through the streets of towns and whatnot. It was a pretty stock standard RPG while I was going through sort of like the opening section. And then you can see on the screen now a slight triangle. So what happens, you get to a little bit of a spoiler, but not much because it is a gameplay mechanic. You go into a cathedral and you're a time mage. And what happens is as you're walking along, you've got the triangle, which is sort of like your main point of view. To the left, you have got the past, and to the right, you've got the future.
That's an interesting mechanic.
So you're walking around, and you can see the past, you can see the future. People age, and people get younger and older, or they just disappear because they've died. And what happens is that in the future, you can see some ruins. So then you have to do things and sometimes send your little buddy into the past in order to change something so the future comes good. Yeah.
That's a lot to think about.
It is, but it's not. It's gelled in really, really well. And it's got Chrono Trigger, turn-based fighting mechanics. You do cool things like in a battle, I was up against someone who had a shield. So you couldn't break through the shield. So what you did is you can send them into the future. So you throw water at them and then send them into the future. And because they're in the future and you're on the past, even though they're on the same plane, the shield's rusted and you can break through.
That's really cool.
It's just got really cool mechanics like that. It's, really, really good. I just want to thank Zach Sabbath in the chat as well, who just subscribed at Tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you, Zach, baby. Zach is a wrestler at RCW as well, and is also a very good streamer, so you should go and check him out after you haven't checked us out. Have checked us out?
After you haven't checked us out.
After you're not watching this, have the foresight to go... shut up, Ben. Anyway, that's what I've been playing. Brayden.
Hello.
Hi.
How is everyone going?
Oh, I'm Peachy on the side of Keen.
So you guys have been playing games with friends.
Yeah.
I've been playing a game designed for playing with friends without any friends.
Is that because you don't have any friends or because no one's playing the game?
I don't know anyone who's playing this goddamn game.
That's not true. There's one person.
I know one person, and I don't think he would ever play with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been assembling with absolutely no friends in Marvel's Avengers.
You're like Floppy at the moment. He's getting his ass assembled as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I have
Assembled.
just finished the main campaign. I'm about to get into the 2 Hawkeye thingies.
Right.
And it's good timing because the Black Panther stuff is apparently coming real soon.
August
Yeah, it is.
17th.
That's really unexpected.
Yeah, is it free?
Yeah,
indeed.
everything's free. Even in this little announcement video they've done, they've now actually dropped the price of the game on, like, when you buy it on PS5 and PS4 and stuff. They've dropped the recommended retail price.
Wow. And does, like, when you hover over it to maybe buy it, does like, someone knock on your door and just go, please play this game?
Please, dear God,
Please.
anyone. Please be excited.
Please?
Oh no, I've been covered by a sub. Oh no, what's going on?
Dylan the Villain has gifted a whole heap of Zach Sabbath's given out a whole heap of
Oh my
subs.
God, legend. Thank
Wow,
you.
Zach Sabbath, you sexy man.
That was way more exciting than Avengers.
I mean, yeah, Avengers is kind of like, as a property, Avengers is cool.
Oh
But
yeah,
the game,
I mean Marvel stuff, good stuff. Thank you. I'm just shocked by everything that just happened. It was far more exciting than
Oh, look, I've
You've
got a
just
sub.
subscribed to us.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome.
amazing. I was gonna say that it's kind of broken the counter because of all the gift subs. So it's just gonna come up with every single one. I love it. It's great. But yeah, Avengers is interesting. I'm keen to get into the stuff that isn't actually just the base game. With the Hawkeye stuff, especially with the release date announced for the Hawkeye Disney Plus show.
There's
of
a
November.
Hawkeye Disney Plus show? I didn't even know that.
Hawkeye and
with,
Hawkeye.
Haley Seinfeld.
She walks in and goes, what is the deal with arrows?
What's the deal with
Have you seen
Wakanda?
my dog?
They're not like row. You don't row them.
But yeah, I'm very excited for it, especially with the end credits of Black Widow, which I won't spoil. But
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I am interested to get into it. I'll let you know what it's like. Because by the time we do the next show, we're about to have the Black Panther stuff come out.
Right. Do you know what else I hope doesn't happen by the time we have the next show? That Blue Box Games and Abandon finally stop doing whatever marketing they think they're doing and stop trolling everyone with the... all right, we'll get into this. So Hassan Kamaraman, who is the face and voice of Blue Box Games, recently, I think a couple of days ago, posted this picture. So this was in an interview with an Arabic gaming podcast, I believe. Look, he just took a photo. You can see his screen there with him and the host on there. You can see down the bottom the sacred symbols of the PlayStation. There's a little bit of a counter. Now, if you just look over just to the right where our screen is, you can see, Braden's enlarging it now, over to the right. Enhance! See those little feeties there?
Look at those chubby little legs.
That is from Eluden, which, of course, is the mascot of Kojima Productions. So he's just dropped another little thing in there. And people went, yeah, okay. So then, the day after, he released this screenshot for Abandoned.
Oh, one sec. Take me a sec.
Okay, I'll take a sec.
Here we go. Oh, Jesus.
Hayden, what have you done?
Can everyone see that? So for the podcast listeners, it is the Abandoned logo with real-time experience underneath and only for PS5. Then there's a blurred image behind it. And the blurred image is of the face of a man. A man with an eye patch. So now...
And not to mention the blurred out text.
Yep.
Like, it's so good.
So now the internet is saying, oh no, it's not a Silent Hill game.
Snake Plissken.
It is actually a Metal Gear game. People were saying it was Metal Gear 6, and then people were saying, no, it's a sequel to Metal Gear Survive. Remember that exists?
Jesus.
But
Do we
yeah,
have to talk about Survive?
the now, well, no, it's forever banished. Now people are speculating that it is Konami behind it, not Kojima, and they are simply trying to copy Kojima's marketing. Either way, I just want this crap to stop. Like, it was fun at first. Like, there were little things there that we all thought were quite cute, and the internet got up in arms. I know We Are Robots in the chat got very, very excited and went down the rabbit hole, and I sort of went, no, it's not real, dude, and he yelled at me because I started him on it.
I mean, that's kind of justified then if you put him onto the path.
It is. But it's gotten to the point now where they are either willingly trolling and lying to people in order to get some kind of exposure, or someone else is. Now, I don't think it is. I honestly think it is just like Hassan. I tried to do some research into Blue Box Games, and I could not find any other person who was employed by them. Now, we've already seen before that he does a lot of asset flips. In fact, his first abandoned trailer, I think 90% of it were assets that you can purchase.
Yep.
So I'm of the belief that maybe he's in over his head a little bit. And, if he's being backed by Konami, sure, cool. It might be Metal Gear and they're trying to replicate. If that is, it is a big mistake on Konami's behalf. I can't see it because they really haven't shown any willingness to have any of their IPs out there.
New Castlevania, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got Castlevania, they've got Metal Gear. They've got a whole heap of IPs that they could just give to, like, hey, Sony, you want Metal Gear? Here you go, give us half the profits. Like, easy money. But I don't know. I just don't know. What does everyone else think? Anto, what are you thinking?
It could be the absolute greatest tease ever, and we could find out that Kojima's behind it all.
It's
and that
not.
would blow people's mind.
Kojima is more subtle. Kojima is a lot more subtle and a lot more skilled at this.
But maybe he's banking on the fact that everyone thinks that, and maybe it's just gonna work out, and it is him. That's all I'm saying. But
we're playing 4D chess here.
Exactly. I'm not getting my hopes up because you're gonna hate me for this. I haven't played Death Stranding yet.
No, I don't hate you for that. No, I completely understand that.
Metal Gear is great, and I would love a sequel.
Death Stranding is an incredibly intimidating game.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. I haven't finished it.
Waiting on the director's cut. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, like, I would love a sequel to Metal Gear or something more in that universe.
I wouldn't. I think
But it's kind of done, yeah. Like I'd be happy to play it, but
the
I
only
don't
way
want
you
them to ruin it.
Yeah, the only way you could is if you do another mission from before before the setting of 3. So it'd have to be Big Boss or Naked
pre-virtuous
Snake.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only, and yeah, you'd have to play as Boss. Imagine playing as Boss, and you come across
That'd be sick.
Oh, Snake, that'd be cool.
That'd be very
anyway, Braden,
cool.
what do you think?
All I can say to old mate Hassan here is ride that wave, baby. He's
Really?
going for it. He's going for it, and you know what? It's gross as shit, but it's so fucking funny to watch. Oh my god!
Is it funny because you're seeing all the internet conspiracy theorists go, oh, well, actually.
Yeah, they're all like, they are putting together dots where dots can't even go, and it's, oh man. Like, I can't wait for the videos after everything's done and it's come out and whatever the hell's come out, and people still trying to reason why things...
Will they, or will they just get really vitriolic against him and like send him more death threats?
They'll get split in half, so there'll be a quarter of the people who are now...
They'll get split in half, and there'll be a quarter of people who... Anyway, yes, continue.
Yeah. Incredible. But, no, so that half of people who believe them... I was on 4D chess right there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think this is hilarious and stupid and such a wacky story.
Time, Braden. Time's the fourth dimension.
No one's getting hurt at the moment. So
I am.
If people start getting hurt, then I'll condemn it forever. But until that day, this is so stupid.
Oh, dear. I love that you can just disappear like that, Braden, because...
It's a real... I love it because I get to be all happy and joyful, and then the second I cut the camera, I'm just like... Because the second I cut the camera, I'm straight back into focusing to get some shit on screen.
Speaking of getting shit on screen, hey, Braden!
Hey, how you doing?
You wanted to talk about the Annapurna Interactive Showcase.
Yes, I really want to talk about this. So you shared in the Discord earlier today, there was a trailer for that Stray game, which is a cat. It's the game with the cat.
It's the kitty cats game
Yeah,
in the dystopian future.
And don't worry, we will talk about it. But I watched this whole Annapurna Interactive Showcase, as they called it, And
Why was it interactive?
Well, no. Annapurna Interactive is the
studio.
isn't it?
Why was it interactive?
It wasn't interactive in the slightest. It was a YouTube video.
Then it's false advertising.
God damn it, Ben. It was really damn good. They showed off some really excellent looking games. They gave plenty of little updates on things that they've talked about. I've sort of just condensed it into like my personal highlights out of the whole bunch. But I highly recommend people go check it out because I feel like there's something for everyone here.
I believe the exact quote was, "This is better than half the crap we saw at E3."
Yes.
Covered in a follow. I really should.
Hey, Ashley, thank you.
Move that at some point.
That's a friend of Curtis and mine. So thanks. Hi.
Very nice. So first thing I want to mention, they showed off a bunch of updates to existing games, and they announced the first and
Shaggy
only
from Scooby-Doo.
in a cabin.
That's right. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo is coming to Annapurna.
God damn it. Outer Wilds, which is an amazing game that I've only just sort of discovered, is getting its first and only expansion.
With Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Which
He's
if
there
you-
solving the mysteries of the space.
If you've played the game, an expansion doesn't really make any sense. because-
Neither does Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Incredible stuff. I love it. But it looks weird as hell, and I'm here for it.
By the way, this is why Dan left. Because whenever he tried to say something, I would not let something just die like Dan did. I let him
Oh,
die.
God.
May he rest in peace.
And then they announced a bunch of new games as well. I'm skipping around time codes here, so don't mind me. First things first, if you like that Donut County game, this one here.
Donut County, I believe that is on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. You can play it on your phone. It's on everything you can possibly think of. It's adorable. I loved it. It was great. This came on screen. I was like, oh man, the guy who made Donut County is making a new game. I can't wait to see what that is. And then he was like, that was really great if you're an adult or a kid. Now let's get the Freaks a game. And I was like, what? So this is Neon White. It's described as a speed-running card-based first-person shooter.
What?
Yep. So as you can see at the bottom right of the screen, there's different cards depending on which gun you have. They give you different powers. It's visual novel anime as shit. And it's a first-person shooter. And it's all about speed running through different levels. Donut County, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I know at least one person outside of this room that will probably buy this. But what?
It's the most bonkers thing. It was the most out of left field thing I think I've ever seen.
I think anyone who's listening to the podcast on this needs to head on over to youtube.com/hackthedino and just see what we're talking about here.
Because,
I mean,
like-
yeah, you could look up the game, but don't do that. Go to youtube.com/hackthedino.
Watch our video because
Yeah.
you can see Ben and Anto's faces as they see what this is.
It's just
yeah.
weird.
It's real weird.
I'm an old man. I have enough problems building in Fortnite. Like, I can't have a first-person shooter where I'm getting game cards while being an infinite runner.
Yep. My thoughts exactly, because I was just like, I don't know who this is for, but I hope they enjoy it.
It looks good.
I mean, yeah, visually it looks
Yeah, it
fine.
looks great. But
Very
what?
creative, and like, I think it's all set in heaven, just to add
Of course
another
it
layer.
is. Of course.
Jesus Christ. Okay, next
Yeah,
one.
he's up there too.
Exactly. Oh, I didn't put this in the thing. Quick little mention. Shout out to, I didn't know Sound Shapes was by one person.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Sound Shapes is great. Anyone who hasn't played Sound Shapes, go do it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
I loved Sound Shapes, and this came on the screen, and I was like, oh, that's their first game. Okay, yeah, cool. And then they did Sound Shapes? Anyway, so the thing I actually wanted to talk about is that this game here, it's adorable. It's called Storyteller, and it's a puzzle game. It's coming to Switch and PC.
Oh, it's a definite buy then if it's on Switch.
Yes,
Like,
so this is perfect on Switch. It's a puzzle game set in a storybook, and you just sort of drag and drop different pieces, and it looks really basic and simple to start with, but the second it gets like slightly more complex, like I'm gonna jump in here. So, story of a tragedy. You make her die, and it's
You
sad.
make her die.
What?
Well, yeah. So you have to make a tragedy. So you can make it happy, but you won't pass the level. So you have to make a tragedy for it to pass, but you can do it different ways. It looks really complicated at times, so I'm going to skip to this bit. What's going on this screen? It's great. I'm so interested in it, and I love the art style. It's adorable.
Actually, this looks pretty cool.
It does. It looks very,
It's like
very cool.
a build your own adventure type game. Not go your own, like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shut
It's
up.
really
So one of
weird.
his old school Nintendo books.
Yeah. I've got them. They're just up over there.
Yeah, so that's Storyteller. Super
I saw.
cute. Keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, they go for like $60 now. It's
Yeah,
fucking stupid.
Totally not planning on raiding
Stop
your house
it.
later.
Next one is
do
it's
karate,
called
so you
Skin Deep. This gave me vibes of like a way less serious, like super hot kind of. Like
No, you say it like you mean it, Braden.
super hot.
Thank you.
It's set on a spaceship and it's wacky as hell. It's very cartoony, and like you get different objectives depending on. It looks weird and kooky, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of like funny little bits of humor in there, like place trash here and you stand on it. You are smelly. So it's a weird one, but you know, could be interesting. It's on the like, who knows at this point. And then the two final things I want to mention, one of which is Stray, so look forward to that. This one, I want everyone to go and watch this trailer themselves.
At youtube.com/hackthedino.
And then after that, watch the trailer actually, because you need the audio for it. A new partnership with a new studio called Ivy Road. So I'm going to read this out here because this is very exciting. So Ivy Road is a new indie team founded by the creator of the Stanley Parable, which is the guy on the left there, Davey Reedon. I love Stanley Parables. This is very exciting. As well as Gone Home co-creator Carla Zimonja. Like Stanley Parable and Gone Home. Okay, I'm here for whatever these
That's
guys
a team
are
up
making.
I'm wanting to see.
They haven't. They can't show off the game in any way, shape, and form. So this trailer's buck wild, weird as shit, and they just chat and it's really silly.
You didn't mention who's doing their music.
The music is by the composer of Minecraft, which is Daniel C418 Rosenfeld. You can see him here on screen. And the three of them just have this adorable like chemistry and rapport, and the humor between them is amazing. Like I was so here for this, and I highly recommend everyone go check it out because it's really fun. And whatever they announce, I'm here for.
The composer also has a really cute dog. So
Very cute dog. It's
if you're not
worth
there
it.
for the people, like we've got you covered if you like animals too.
I will spoil it. It's a big corg. It's very cute. Lastly, we saw it from one of the PlayStation reveals. Stray, game about a cat. Hell yeah. So Stray is a third-person cat adventure game in a detailed neon-lit parasite.
Non-lit, completely dark.
It's completely dark. It's terrifying. Neon-lit, parasite-infested alleyways of a decaying cyber city of robots. It's made by Blue 12 Studio, which is a small team from the south of France, mostly made up of cats and a handful of humans. This game looks like an interesting little adventure game, but you're a cat. And it's in like a cyberpunky kind of robot city where you interact with all these adorable little robots.
It's pretty much a puzzler, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of like a figure out your way around this
I like the way they got the core aspect of a cat.
Yeah,
is
just
you
being
just
an
pushing
asshole.
shit off the.
Yeah, you sort of just need to just push it off until you get to where you need to go. And that normally involves getting someone to feed you. Because that's exactly all cats do.
Cybercat 2077.
Exactly. That's basically the game. That's it. And you get a little drone friend who lives in your backpack, which you somehow get. I don't know. It looks cute, and I'm here for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out until next year, though, so I'm glad I did drop it from my...
So you're saying you can't wait for it?
I can't wait for it. Which means I can't wait for it, because cats can't wait for shit. If you try to get a cat to wait for food, my god. Good luck.
Yeah, it's just a lot of screaming and claws, potentially.
But yeah, that's the highlights from the Annapurna Interactive showcase. I highly recommend everyone go check it
Don't
out.
give your cat energy drink.
Yeah,
The
don't
cat-
do that.
The cat does do energy drink. I don't know why or how, but cyberpunk. I'm here for it. Yeah, thank you.
See, I was trying to come up with a cat pun about Mirror's Edge, but yeah, I don't know.
Cyberpunk is a lot better.
Cyberpunk is way better.
Do you know what else is better? Well, Pokemon Snap free DLC was announced today. New areas have been unlocked. The Mighty River and the Barren Badlands. And they also have day and night maps.
Yes.
There's going to be 20 new Pokemon there. And I've just seen what Braden's written in the little show run. So I'm going to read it ad nauseum. Get ready to go up Thanos' butt. New side paths make you craft shrink like Ant-Man to get to different shots. What the hell does that mean, Braden?
So you're about to see it on screen here. they let you shrink your craft so you're tiny.
Yeah.
And there was the whole joke with like, oh, how are the Avengers gonna beat Thanos? And everyone's saying, well, Ant-Man's gonna go up Thanos' butt and then
expand
and blow him up.
Did you see Thanos? He freaking does squats, man. You are not getting up that passage.
Crush Ant-Man in those cheeks.
You know, you're probably better off giving him something that violently attacks his stomach. So just like Floppy, he needs to get a complete butt reconstruction. A rebutt-struction.
How good is a free content update?
Very good, and especially with new Pokemon, and
Yeah.
the fact that it's free, I think, is great.
That's
and they
genius.
obviously held this content back to give it an extra shot in the arm once all the hype had died off. And I really like that. Like, usually DLC, I get a bit cynical for, because I go, you guys had that done. You're just being a bit cheeky, trying to get a couple of extra bucks, even though we've paid for a full-price game. But this is how I 100%, that freaks me out, having Garrosh leap at you.
This is how you extend the life of a game and do
Yeah.
it in a way that doesn't completely piss off your entire community.
And this game is great, by the way.
I need to play it.
I still haven't finished it, but I love it.
I was going to say, this legitimately, when I saw this in my YouTube subscriptions today, that the trailer dropped and there was free content and everything, it legitimately made me go, oh yeah, I have that game. I can finish that game and then play this new stuff.
I went, I should probably finish this game.
Yeah.
And it's available August 4th, which is next week as we record this. So
Excellent.
that's really cool. Really cool, the Pokemon. I like how Nintendo aren't hyping things anymore, because they got sick of internet nerds complaining about things when they hyped it up with their own expectations and then not getting it. So Nintendo's just gone, fine. Oh yeah, we got a Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Yeah.
What? They don't have time.
They don't have time to get the board
have
ready.
expectations.
Yeah.
It's just, here it is.
They just
Take a
need to
leave
do
it.
something like this for Animal Crossing now and actually give us like stuff to do.
They've got stuff coming.
No,
They've
they
announced
don't.
that there's stuff coming. They'd had an update where you can have fireworks each night now.
Oh, okay.
And there's bubble tea coming. But yeah, they're announcing that there is updates
bubble
coming
tea.
soon. There's a rumored Nintendo Direct in September.
I'm hoping that we'll have some of the Zelda 35th anniversary stuff too. That'd be nice.
Sorry, buddy. Zelda's
Probably not
done.
going to happen, but it'd be nice.
Zelda's done. Okay, speaking of done, Netflix has announced
A thing.
that they Netflix is doing a live-action Pokemon series. Lucifer showrunner Joe Henderson is said to be bringing Pokemon to life on Netflix. A live-action Pokemon Netflix series is in the works. Why did I put that twice, you idiot? The Pokemon Netflix series is an independent production, but it sounds like the animation style will be similar to Detective Pikachu. Now, who do we think the target audience is going to be? We can see on screen here a small child going up against Team Rocket, and he's got a gun for some reason.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell this was when I clicked the video to open it. This is just a very strange, very serious fan film.
It is. And spoiler alert, the Team Rocket guy shoots that kid
Damn.
with a
Whoa,
gun.
that's dark.
It's like, this short movie, I was watching it before, there's no Pokemon in it. It's like Ash when he's older and all the Pokemon have been extinct or captured by Team Rocket, and Team Rocket are like Nazis who ruled the Earth. And then Jesse and James come in at the end, and it's revealed that Ash still has one Pokeball.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Looks like we're blasting off again.
See, that would have been... See, he just shot that kid!
Damn, that's hardcore.
Just shot that kid.
God damn.
That Team Rocket Nazi. Anyway, got me wondering, what kind of Pokemon TV series would we like to see? Me, personally, I would like a Karate Kid Rocky-type Pokemon cartoon where you're training with your Pokemon and putting them through the tests and the trials to go and defeat all the billies or the bullies. I also want to see a Gyarados bite the arm off someone.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like,
I mean,
Also, are you gonna get like that
tiny
classic like boxing gym like filled with like Machops and Machokes and Hitmonlees and Hitmonchans and all that stuff?
yeah, man, totally.
and then Gerda rocks up with a steel beam and just lays everyone out.
It's just like, whoa, dude.
All right, so what do you want to see, Anto, in a Pokemon TV series, live action?
Honestly, I was talking about this in the Discord with, I think it was Game Boy Dad. I really want to see like a gritty crime drama with Willem Dafoe as Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket.
Giovanni. I don't know if William Dafoe... Like, Giovanni's very composed, whereas William Dafoe, he's
Willem
batshit
Dafoe doesn't
crazy.
even care. Yeah, he's just himself all the time. It's great.
Yeah. I reckon Giovanni would be a good Giovanni. I reckon Al Pacino would be an awesome Giovanni.
Yeah, see, I kind of wanted to avoid the like
Stereotypes?
traditional, the stereotype of like, a mafia don or something like that. So Willem Dafoe just going off the handle at stuff, like that'd be cool. Make it like Pokemon Origins, where it's actually kind of, gritty and Giovanni knocks the crap out of Ash and all his Pokemon and stuff. That'd be sick. Sorry, Red, just in case someone decides to correct me very angrily.
They don't care, don't worry. They come for me and I just laugh at them.
Yeah, but you
Best
know
way-
karate, so it's fine.
Oh, no, but the best way to deflect nerds, trolls who come at you, is to just spam them with GIFs.
Yeah.
Like, it's hilarious because you can't react to a gift, and a gift is subjective. Anyway, Brayden, what do you want to see from an... I've just seen what you want to see. Tell us what you want to see from an animated...
Shout out to Game Boy Dad who said, I suggested Ryan Reynolds for every character. Which I don't think Ryan Reynolds' agent would say no to.
No, he wouldn't.
just like everything else.
Everything else. I personally, it's a Netflix series. It's done by the guy who is behind Lucifer. I want a college comedy drama, but it's set in the Pokemon universe. But I don't want the animation to be like Detective Pikachu. I want it to be more like the original Space Jam and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That would be great.
How fun would that be?
That would be super cool.
Oh, man, it'd be great. Anyway.
Can we get Michael Jordan in there?
Think about that for... Oh.
No,
Why not? He's
because
cool.
he can't act.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point.
And, like, he's, a pretty bad person.
Yeah, he's pretty problematic, yeah.
Speaking of problematic, Brayden.
Hey!
No, not Brayden.
I was going to say.
Not Brayden. Brayden, like, speaking of problematic, comma, Brayden,
Okay.
comma, talk about racing car games.
Racing car games aren't that problematic, I
No,
don't
they're
think.
not. It was a
I'd
link.
have to look into who owns Hot Wheels and if they've donated and sponsored.
Mattel owns Hot Wheels.
Did they sponsor like?
No,
Trump or shit?
I think Mattel are okay. Hasbro are not a good company.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the name, Hasbro,
We'll,
it's a pretty singular demographic.
Bro culture.
No, it's more links to Nazis. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yuck. Hot Wheels released a new trailer. Floppy's very excited about it because we got properties in it, baby.
yes, the DeLorean from Back to the Future 3.
And the Turtle
Freaking
Van.
Snoopy. What are we talking about? We got Kit from Knight Rider. Like, they know their market 100%.
I wonder why they went for the worst looking DeLorean.
Yeah, I'm not.
And there's no train tracks, so I don't know how it's driving.
I
call that this game's not correct.
This is something.
I'll send them a GIF.
I'm interested to see. I hope Floppy has a blast with this game.
I'm getting it as well, and I'm hoping we can get some multiplayer games in because it would be very fun.
Hell yeah.
Only if I can be the DeLorean. That's
Yes.
my only proviso.
I also want Braden to play.
Oh, I would definitely play it.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
100%.
We've got a game we can play with Braden. Done.
Yeah, sweet. Awesome.
Amazing.
There we go. We brought Braden out of his single player box,
Yes.
and he's gonna be terrified by the sun. Anyway.
Speaking of boxes, a Minecraft movie has been announced. That was a good segue.
Hey,
that was
it
a
was.
really good
That was a
segue.
great segue.
Yes, thank you. I did it. Anyway, there's a Minecraft movie coming. Warner Brothers' Minecraft movie is set to be released on March 4th, 2022. We can see it on screen here. The story will follow a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers after the malevolent Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction. What did I write there? What games you can never see? Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Hi, everyone. So anyway, this is a bit of a weird, like, it was always going to be a game. It's one of the most popular games in history. Still sells stupid
It's
amounts.
the most popular game. Like,
Yeah.
it's the most sold video game ever at this point, isn't it?
Is it, or is that GTA 5?
that's a good point.
I think those two are fighting it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it's going to be marketed at kids. But got me thinking, what games can you see should never be a movie? Like, what games are just so obscure that you don't think you could ever make a movie out of them? And because I like to call myself a bit of a writer, give me a game and I'll try and very quickly come up with a storyline for them. Bring it on. Who's got one first? Braden?
I have one. Are you ready?
Yep.
Snake on Nokia.
Oh, shit.
It took me so long to come up with something that, like,
Snake on Nokia.
I couldn't easily think of something.
Okay, so Snake on Nokia is the story of a young teenager who isn't fitting in at school, but discovers his dad's, the only relic that his dad left behind was his old Nokia phone.
Okay.
And he notices his dad's top score on there and thinks, well, I'm going to beat that top score so I can feel something and be close with my dad because I don't know where he went. So he finally defeats the top score. No, he equals the top score, but as soon as he does, the Nokia opens up and drags him into an 8-bit pixel world, and his dad was there, and his dad finds him, and he comes up to him and goes, wow, you watched Tron Legacy too.
That's pretty good.
There we go.
I
Done.
I was starting
Hollywood?
to put some pieces together, but I'm glad you called yourself out on it.
That was always my intent. I'm a writer. I can't come up with anything original. All right, Anto, hit me with a game. Come on.
Honestly, probably something that should never be made. Like, if we're talking, like, seriously, it should never be made because reasons. Probably something like Ludo.
Ludo. There's a character called Ludo. Ludo wakes up one morning, right? And they go, man, my name sucks. So they go down to the name registration and change it to Elizabeth. There you go. And the game's called Elizabeth from now on.
And it's just about the trials and tribulations of getting your name legally changed.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That
makes
sounds
sense.
like a really good, like, little
It's a visual novel.
indie art flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual novel.
It's foreign language film.
Yep, you have the choice to romance one of 3 people in the name service center. You don't choose any of them because they're yep.
So you've made an FMV game.
Yep, that's it.
Full motion video.
There we go. I'm done.
Genesis does.
I would call that a success. Speaking of success, this certainly wasn't. Braden?
I just realized how much we're calling on me this episode. It's a little bit weird, isn't
It's
it?
great, isn't it?
I wanted to mention this trailer because it's really, really strange, and I'm here for it. Skate. Everyone's excited for a new Skate game, or at least people who like skateboarding games. Skate hasn't released a new game in 11 years.
Wow.
And so EA had their thingy. They're like showing off some new games, and they come up with this, and it's Skate, and everyone's like, holy shit, they're gonna show Skate stuff. And then they don't.
Yes, they did. I saw people skating.
There's people skating in the
gameplay.
motion capture suits and everything. And there's a voiceover being like, oh yeah, oh my god, we're going to show off new Skate stuff. And it shows the developers being like, we're not ready to show stuff yet. And they're like, what? Really? And they're like, nah, we can't. Not yet. It's not ready at all.
Everyone went, you can't.
And so then they went, here's a bunch of influencers we've shown and skateboarders we've shown. Some
good.
of the
Everyone
early
loves influencers who
alpha
are
footage
entitled
too.
and get more stuff more than us. Yeah. I find influencers are really, really in touch with the modern person and really down to earth and don't take their elevated place in society or self-elevated place in society for granted.
Yeah, so they're all either people who have played heaps of skate or they're actual skateboarders, and it's them reacting to stuff. And then at the end, it's like, all right, cool. Now you're gonna show us some gameplay, right?
He broke
Right.
the board.
Right? And the camera just pans back, and he's like, man, that's such a tease. And I'm here for that because that's just like that's having their cake and eating it too. You get a fun little trailer, and you don't have to show anything.
Anto, what did you think of this?
I mean, just off the back of the influencer thing, like, if you want to be influenced by things that you actually care about, like the stuff we talk about, hackthedino.com. Just head over there and follow us.
But we're not influencers. If anything,
But we will be with the right amount of people.
I mean, I would come up with a new verbiage for us. I would call us hackanauts.
Hackanauts works.
Hackanauts.
Hackanauts works. I do want to go to space.
Yeah, that's it. We hack the system. That's available, right? Anyway, what do you think of Skate, Anto?
I didn't play a huge amount of Skate 1 or Skate 2.
Right.
I did play a lot of Skate 3, and it was a buggy mess, and that was why it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they can like capture that, but with modern systems,
Capture
I'm
an
all for
unfinished game?
Yeah. Just
You know what?
make
I
it a
reckon they
broken
can.
mess, and it'll be great. Just don't charge like $70 or however many $120 it is in Australia for video games. I don't know.
They will. They certainly will.
I'm excited for it. Like, I'll play it. I prefer Tony Hawk's games as a general rule, but I had a good time with Skate 3. So, yeah.
Speaking of
Thrasher mode.
Speaking of thrashing, plenty of people will be thrashing this weekend, at least their controllers, as they get invited to try out the Halo Infinite multiplayer beta. Codes have already gone out, and there's probably some people playing it right now as we record this. I watched some gameplay earlier from IGN, because I didn't get an invite code, because again, not an influencer. But this game looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looks way better than when they showed off Greg, the what are the
Craig.
races called?
Craig. Yeah.
Craig. Apologies.
I mean,
Craig.
obviously, it is just a very small map, and it is an old build, which is why when you die, your marine like bounces around like a rubber chicken man. But it's smooth. It looks like it's operating very, very well. There were no bugs, no glitches, and again, very small map, so you wouldn't expect it. But the way you change, like I mentioned last show, I went back and started playing the first Halo on my OG Xbox that I was given, and was just really blown away with how tight and how great it felt. The game just plays really, really well.
Yeah.
And because I've done that recently, I can imagine how they're playing it now.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, friend of the show, Harry, got his invite, so he's going to actually capture some footage for us.
Oh, brilliant.
And he said that he'd write some stuff up for us to talk about as well. So looking forward to that. Braden, did you get an invite for this?
Nope. Sorry, I was setting a
Bit of a delay there.
That's right. What you can't hear on the podcast or on the stream at the moment is the frantic button pressing that came before Braden popping up.
Yeah, me with my my PlayStation tattoo. They actually banned me preemptively. No.
Did they?
No.
They wouldn't let you get that chip out of your arm?
No, I think I've played Halo a handful of times at like friends' places. It is a very nice feeling first-person shooter game, but I've never been big on it just because I haven't ever really owned an Xbox or anything. But yeah, I really hope that they recover from their PR mess from that last gameplay they showed. So,
Look, I just think Xbox at the moment are the good guy company.
they're definitely
so, yeah.
they are who to watch right now.
They are spending a lot of that Microsoft money.
Bethesda money too.
Well, yeah. To make sure that their product and their marketing is appealing and cool and relatable. Like they've just brought out those mini fridges, which were a meme. They've been very open, very, very open. Phil Spencer's been going on podcasts, talking to people. They are very liberal with their beta testing and giving out codes and giving away. Like, did you see the flight simulator Xbox Series S luggage with this TV screen built in?
Yeah, the again, influencers got them and we didn't. Thanks,
Yeah.
Xbox.
No. Thanks, Xbox, for considering us.
Yeah.
No, but very much the babyface company at the moment. I'm very impressed with their marketing strategies. I think it's going really, really well. I think if they can land this Halo, which I still think they will, not just because it's in my fantasy critic pick, but I still think Halo Infinite is going to be a great game. I think this extra year is going to be exactly what they needed. I think they learned their lesson from that trailer CGI mess. All the confidence in the world that there are big things coming up for Microsoft and Xbox.
Yep. They're waiting to throw the sticky grenade at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
References.
Do you know who else likes sticky grenades?
I don't know, Floppy? Is that why he's getting butt surgery?
No, that was the opposite. It was just like a river, a torrent just coming out. The sponsors who like to support this show.
Those little eyes! Ah! Oh my god, I love him! Oh, he's got a hat! Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
Thanks very much to Game Boy Games. Michael Towns, everyone. Really, though, you should go check out his games. He's told us that he's making another game, and Floppy's going to be in this one.
Oh.
So, big old Michael Towns coming along with a sneaky little get. Seriously, though, I've got a cart there of the game he made where I'm in it. It's like a dream come true, being in a Game Boy game on an actual cart that I can play in a Game Boy.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, Braden,
Yes.
is there someone you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank the amazing people who help support the show over on patreon.com/hackthedino.
I, too, would like to thank those people. Thank you.
Me too. Not because my name's in the credits for the Patreon or anything, but yeah. Good job, guys. Thank you.
It's a good time. It's a good time. But if you wanna support us over on patreon.com/hackthedino, you can. There's a bunch of different levels. If you join at all, even for $1, you get added to the private Hack the Dino Discord.
So Ando, what's the good thing about the private Hack the Dino Discord?
I mean, the fact that you get to talk to us about pretty much anything you want to, including the stuff on the show.
Yep, and the fact that you get to talk to Brayden, who doesn't really appear anywhere else.
I don't really appear anywhere.
In fact, he's not here now.
It's just a disembodied voice.
I'm remoting in. Also, this screen doesn't have an option with my webcam on it, so I'm literally not here.
Oh, no.
But for $2 a month, you get your name added to the list that scrolls at the bottom of the screen every show.
Wow, look at that. Anto, what would you say the best bit about seeing your name scroll along the bottom of the screen throughout the show is?
I mean, not that I'm not egotistical or anything, but it feels pretty good. Like, you get that feeling of satisfaction that you're supporting effectively a grassroots Adelaide just entertainment network. Yeah, handsome. We're pretty handsome. I think so. Yeah. It's just,
Perfectly working butts.
Yeah, unlike floppy.
For $10 a month, you get exclusive extra monthly show called Dino More. We do it after our little post shows as well, which, funnily enough, you get if you support us at the $15 a month level. You get a post show after every show.
Are you telling me, Brayden, if they, for a measly $15 a month, they can support our local people. They can get into the private Hack the Dino Discord. They get the name down the bottom, but they also get not one but two extra shows. They get a post show where they can sit there and ask us anything and have a chat to us privately, and then they get another whole show once a month.
It's almost like it's incredible value, Ben.
It's almost like I need to go back and update those tiers, so better sign up now to get the cheap price of only $15 a month. Brayden.
Also, at that $10 a month tier, you get added to our actual shout-outs, which means I want to thank the incredible people, Datbeard, Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Sam Beard, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, Ash Knight, and Game Boy Dad.
Yo.
Thank you so much.
So, Ando, what stopped you from being a $10 a month?
For $25 a month.
I'm pretty sure I pay $14 a month.
Do you?
Yeah.
We should probably add Anto to that.
I think it's an American price conversion.
Oh, good.
That'll be it.
For $25 a month, you can supply us with a video ad, like the wonderful Game Boy games, and we run it in the live show so that way you can advertise your products.
Thank you, Brayden, and to all our lovely Patreons. You're the reason we're here. It's because of you. Just you. They cheaped out. They didn't need. They're surfing off your goodwill. I would ditch them.
Yeah,
just saying.
Flog them off.
Like if they're not contributing to society by giving us money,
society.
Why even bothering with them? Anyway, Anto. Anto.
Yes.
What would you like to talk about?
Well,
in a pre-designed run sheet.
It's not pre-designed. We're winging it. We're professionals. We're coming up with this on the fly, right?
I'm professional something.
Socials. Hackthedino.com. Like, you can find all of our stuff there. The website basically has all of the social media that we're on, including the YouTube channel, podcast links, everything you need if you can't get enough of us every fortnight or so we're on.
Look at how accessible that is.
Brayden's got it on
So
screen.
simple.
Even easier.
There's no. Oh, I need to put some dancing GIFs on there or something.
Well, like it's an old GeoCities page.
I want a GeoCities site so
GeoCities
bad.
pages were so good.
I so badly want to get one. I remember one time an ex-girlfriend of mine, her younger brother, made a GeoCities page and he put a secret page there hidden so no one can find it where he put all these secrets. And it was just basic HTML, so the link was like a full stop that had the underscore under it because there was a link. I said, it's right there, dude. And he went, I was like, yeah, stupid
Needs
kid.
footloose background music, apparently.
And I dumped his sister.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
Hardcore.
Yeah. And I flew to the moon.
So you found his secrets, dumped his sister, and flew to the moon.
That's right. Anyway, what else can they do?
You can find all of our stuff independently on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Brayden, can you still go
the
to like
podcast
the
is on Spotify, iTunes, basically anywhere you can find good podcasts like ours. You should just literally
good
go
podcasts
everywhere.
like ours as we look at old GeoCities pages.
I don't know if can you still find these archived? Because like I had one for emulation.
I'm pretty
years
sure
and
in
years ago.
the Wayback Machine you can probably access them.
Yeah. Is GeoCities still around?
I don't think so. I think Yahoo is a shell of its former self now.
Can we buy GeoCities?
Stephen King on the net.
What?
Had a spooky ghost. A boo ghost. Anyway, hackthedino.com. Go there. Subscribe to us.
Yes.
Like, leave comments and likes. And, because, ego. Come on, man. Or person. My man's just a descriptor. It's just an all-income.
Dude, general
Hey, guess what? There's going to be a new fighting game from the Street Fighter 2 devs. This was brought to my attention by Triple Indie in our Discord, which you can join as well by going to hackthedino.com. But Street Fighter 2's core team is getting back together to make a brand new fighting game. Quote, in a 3-part video series, the trio discussed their ideas, plans, and goals to craft what they want to be a parody of Street Fighter 2. Okamoto wants it to be so much of a parody that he wants to call it something like Super Parody Fighter 2X or Street Fight 2, which they could potentially get the rights from Bandai Namco from. See, I'd want to call it Fighting Street.
Yeah, Fighting Street 2 would be a good one.
That'd be awesome. I'd pop for that. Yeah. They even joke about trying to get the rights to the likeness of Mike Tyson, since he may or may not have been the inspiration of Balrog in Street Fighter 2.
Okay, so are we talking Balrog,
Yep.
US and Australian, UK and European, or Balrog in Japan? Because they're all different.
So Balrog in Japan
Is Vega?
was Vega, and Vega was M. Bison,
And M. Bison.
and
was...
M. Bison was Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when it came over to the Western properties, I went, whoa, no.
Well, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
He's already sued Nintendo for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Yes. I've got that, by the way. Let's just change those names around. And it's stuck since then. Japan adopted those names as well, because they also don't like lawsuits.
Yeah, pretty sure they've got, what's the word? Just generic terms for them, like Dictator, Claw, and what was the other one? Boxer?
No, now they're officially the Western names.
I just mean in the fighting game scene. Like, they're,
right,
they're named different things to avoid confusion between
Yep.
different players of different nationalities.
Yep. So yeah, I actually hope something like comes of this. I can see it not being though, because I think it's a 3-part YouTube series, and I think it's just going to be a podcast where they sit down and talk about the good old days, which it's really cool as well. But unless you speak fluent Japanese and can understand it without the subtitles, we're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But speaking of subtitles, also brought to my attention by Triple Indie, he seems to know the games that I like. The Lost Street Fighter 2 movie is now available to us Westerners because it's been subtitled for the very first time. From Kotaku, Street Fighter 2 returned to the Fujiwara capital. I'm going to quote here from that website, Kotaku. In 1995, a big exhibition took place in Nara, honouring Japan's first capital city, Fujiwara. Among the sponsors and partners helping out was Capcom, who went to the trouble of commissioning a 27-minute Street Fighter 2 movie that was only available on VHS at the venue at the time. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, me neither. This is the first I've heard of it.
Now, Ben, you
Yes.
know who you are, right?
I'm aware of who I am and what I collect and why I do karate.
So I think that just puts in a perspective for all of us just how unknown this was.
Yeah, I mean, people knew about it, but you could never get it because it was
Yeah.
just a VHS sold at one festival
That's
In
hectic.
1995.
in 1995. So that was a year after the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, which is still one of my favorite movies of all time. You can even, if you're looking at the footage on screen now, very similar character models. I think,
I think it's the exact same.
Yeah.
Like, same art.
Fantastic. So I continue looking very much like the 94 anime, and beginning in the modern day, the plot, quotation marks, sees Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li invited to check out Honda's new move. However, due to magical shiny stuff, they somehow find themselves transported 1,300 years back in time to Fujiwara. So at this point, you'd expect there to be like fighting, and sort of like, battling and showing off cool moves. But no, it's pretty much Ryu bumping into Ken, and they walk around learning about Fujiwara back then and like doing like little tasks and entertainment things that they used to do. Then they bump into Chun-Li and she shows them more, and then they bump into Honda and he shows them like the fighting style of back then. And then they get back to the modern day. without any fighting at all. It's just them. It's basically one of those entertainment, edutainment type VHSs where they just talk about the history of Fujiwara.
So it's Street Fighter 2 Tourist Edition.
Yeah. It's now only been dubbed. Has only now been dubbed after being included in the 15th anniversary box. So we can all now learn about Fujiwara with the help of Ryu and his friends. I need this.
Yeah,
I feel like this is gonna be
itching
something
for it.
Yeah, Brayden,
Yes?
can you do a quick eBay search for me?
I'm on it.
Thank you. I want to know how much this is because, oh man, I had no idea that existed. And I'd like to thank Triple Indie for pointing that out to me. And if you'd like to point things out to me, head on over to hackthedino.com, click on the Discord button, and come and join us in our very active Discord. It's great fun, great times, great things happening for everyone.
It is. It is good fun.
Do you know what else is good fun?
I don't know.
Looking at independent games that sort of not mimic but take inspiration from other popular games. Now, I'm a big Pokemon fan. Brayden, you're a bit of a Pokemon savant.
I do enjoy a bit of Pokemon.
The Pokemon. Anto, what about you? You a Pokemon man?
Yes.
Yes?
With a few exceptions.
Oh,
Sword and Shield. Didn't like it.
really?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Honestly, it just... I felt like the story just dragged on for about 7 hours too long when it got to the end of the main bit.
Yeah, I think once you come to the realization, and the developers have said this, Pokemon games are meant to be the first game for someone each and every
Yeah.
time. So that's why it's basically the same story each and every time. It's the meta game
Yeah.
that you want to get into. I like it because I like shinies. I like shiny hunting.
You're a magpie.
Yeah. Like Death's Door. We haven't spoken about Death's Door this show. It's because I haven't played it yet, but man, that game looks amazing.
Update from the eBay front.
Oh, yes.
It's so unavailable. Like
Really?
Like nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing. So good luck to whenever you find something at Den.
No,
There's an arcade cabinet there, though. How much is that?
Wouldn't worry about that. It's $552.95.
Is that worth it?
No.
Coda, can I get it
trash,
anyway?
Those things.
Yep, just absolutely nothing.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to talk to King Kaiju because he has secret Japanese eBay sites he goes to. Anyway, Power World is a Pokemon-like game. Quote here from their Steam profile is, Power World is a brand new multiplayer open world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called POW in a vast world. Make your POWs fight, build, farm, and work in factories.
This is the gun one.
Yes, this is the gun one.
I remember now.
I was going to say, if you just keep working, so you're there working alongside your cute little pals, building houses, having a good time, going on a mission. They're helping you with electricity, watering your garden, farming. It's very wholesome. There you are, shearing some sheep type ones, using the cows for manual labor. It's all very heartful. Then you've got
Whoa!
Uzis.
Oh my gosh!
It's so weird.
Yep. So nice and wholesome, but then you're shooting the bullets while the Pokemon...
Pals.
The Palamons shoot.
No, you can't
running...
say Palmon either. That's Digimon.
Oh. All right.
It's literally Digimon meets Pokemon meets Neopets meets Call of Duty. Like, what?
There's a rocket launcher.
Why are there destruction physics?
You know what? You wouldn't have
What
the
is
problem.
this?
They're in a slave labor
Oh
camp
my
building
goodness.
guns, and then you're going to shoot one now and eat it. And then your big Pikachu man is being a shell, so you
That's
don't
just
get shot.
Bowser.
Yeah, he's stealing gold. And you go
These
fishing.
people are stealing something.
Oh my god! They just used their electric Pokemon to kill all the fish in the sea.
This
Genius.
game, man. Good God.
Anyway,
Okay, I mean, I'm in. That looks great.
Sold.
so Power World is announced for PCs with no mention of consoles or mobile devices. The game is expected to arrive in 2022. However, is already available on Steam for wishlisting. The price of the game is also being yet to be revealed. Speaking of prices that have been revealed, deals! Deals! Okay, we're going to go super fast quick run because, surprise, surprise, we're running a little bit long again.
For
All
some
right.
reason,
Yes.
the word anonymous iguana keeps appearing on my tablet, and I don't know why.
I'll fill you in later. That's our ghost that lives here. We have a ghost in the studio.
I don't like ghosts.
His name's George.
Oh no.
He's a very friendly man. Or apparition. Can ghosts be? No, they couldn't be. Anyway, Scott Pilgrim versus the World is on sale on the Switch. It's a very good game. I can't wait to play my physical copy. when it gets here. I ordered it
still
like
waiting for
9
limited
months
run as
ago.
well?
Yep.
Yeah, same. Limited
Yeah.
run.
Which one did you get? Basic one or?
I got the one above the basic one, so
Same.
it comes in like the Mega Drive style.
Yeah,
case.
yeah. I got the one. Yeah, I got the Super Nintendo one though.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah.
It's like an old
With the
sort of hard
CD
case
as well?
one. Yeah, yeah.
So Dan got his PlayStation 4 copy, but he hasn't got his vinyl yet. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, it's $14.91 instead of $22.95 on the Switch, and you should get it. Overcooked 2 is $18.75, down from $37.50, and South Park: The Fractured But Whole is $22.48. He has got a fractured butthole. Is down from $89.95 to $22.48. We're going to skip PlayStation, Braden, and go to PS Plush. Plush? PS Plush.
Oh, those plush games.
So, you know,
Plush games, see?
if PlayStation were more of an Xbox type company, they'd send out the little crosses from the PS Plus, but as plushie toys, and call it
Yes.
PS Plush. There you go, Sony. You can have that one. You see the daggers I gave the camera then?
Yeah, that was good.
You, Sony. Announced they've got, what have I got? Hunters Arena Legends, which is the PS5 Battle Royale fighting game, which I'm going to try, even though I don't hold high hopes for it.
Yeah, I'll give it a go because it's a fighting game, but...
Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborhood.
There's no links here.
I wouldn't worry about it. We talked about it last show. Go back to youtube.com/HackTheDino and watch last show. And Tennis World Tour. Xbox games with gold. Usually pretty trash. This time, not so bad. You can have Darksiders 3, Yooka-Laylee, and Lost Planet 3.
You're missing one on that show run.
What?
Garrow Mark of the Wolves. It's made by the guys who did King of Fighters. It's a spin-off of that series. Main character is Rock Howard, one of the best characters in the
I
series.
love Rock Howard. He's
Give
my
it a
favourite
go.
wrestler.
Well, there you go.
It wasn't. It was Chris Jericho. And finally, the two big baddies of them all, even though they're not bad, but baddies in a positive sense. Hades and Psychonauts are coming to Games Pass. Hades on the 12th of August and Psychonauts 2 day and date launch on the 25th. Anto, did you play Hades?
I did. I absolutely love Hades as a property. It's so
100%
good.
should have been the game of the year.
It is for most people, even though it wasn't like given the title. Like,
Amazing.
it's just brilliant.
Wonderful
Art's
game.
fantastic. The voice acting's great. Music's
combat.
brilliant. It's a video game. Like, it's an absolute it's a shining example of what video games should and can be in most cases. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't say anything better.
No. Braden, you loved Hades as well, didn't you? Finish it?
I do. I love Hades. I haven't finished it. I am actually looking forward to it. I've been away from it so much that I get to start it again.
Sweet.
So I'm looking forward to it because I absolutely love the world that they made and the characters and everything. Oh, man. I want an art book.
I remember they have one, don't they?
I will have to look at it.
I think they did one, like a digital one, on their website, but I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a physical release just yet.
I still remember Dan talking about how much he loved it, and he did it like in 42 runs. It took him to get his first complete finish the game. And then I came along and said, oh, yeah, I did it in 1:30. And he got shitty. Anyway, speaking of getting shitty,
Psychonauts 2?
no, I was going to move along.
Oh, okay.
Because being shitty means that you smell. And if you smell, you might want to get this product. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Capcom has released a new line of fragrances inspired by its Resident Evil franchise. The 3 perfumes are each inspired by different Resident Evil heroes and were released on Friday, the 23rd of July as part of Resident Evil's ongoing 25th anniversary celebrations. So Capcom actually care about their anniversaries, unlike Nintendo, who are just ignoring the fact that Zelda and Metroid exist.
Yep.
And
I mean,
we
we're
can
getting a
see
new Metroid game.
That's true.
That's important.
We're seeing on the screen now that classic fight scene from the Resident Evil game.
Did he just thwip away? Yeah. That was great.
Oh, God.
The 10 mil unique fragrances are styled on and around series stalwarts Leon Kennedy,
Leon's best boy of the series, I'm sorry.
Chris
He is.
Redfield, and Jill Valentine, with friends encouraged to, quote, select the scent according to the mood and scene of the day. Yes.
Okay, like,
Trauma.
Yeah, like...
So, what, you're fighting zombies, flesh decaying creatures of the undead. What smells do you associate? See, for me, it's blood, sinew, and a little bit of poop.
I think you're correct on all of them, but I have a specific train of thought for the Leon scent. Specifically, Resident Evil 2 Leon. Sewers. Just Just absolute pure
sewers?
sewage.
Right.
And potentially alligators.
Brendan.
Yeah, Mr. X smells like Old Spice.
Yeah, you can't deny that. You can't. I just wanted to show this footage. Like, there's no real news story here. It's just a fan made stupid. YouTube.com/Hack The Dino. Watch that. I'm sorry.
Why is Nemesis so small?
Because they stole a joke from Buffy. Speaking of stealing things, I'd like to talk about the best games we've played in 2021 so far. Now, these games weren't necessarily released this year, but they're games that we've played this year and we enjoyed the hell of, and we just want to share our favourite memories of them. So I'm going to kick it off with new Pokemon Snap. No secret, I've waited 20 odd years for a Pokemon Snap revival. I was in school and I used to obsess about playing it. I still remember vividly that the resident, in school, you've got that one kid who thinks he's smarter than everyone and people just hate him because he's just so obnoxious and arrogant. We had one of those kids, and he was bragging one day to a friend of mine that he had already found all 151 Pokemon in Pokemon Snap. And
limit the amount of Pokemon?
yeah, there was only
Pokemon
63.
Snap? Yeah, I was going to say.
There was only 63 Pokemon. So when I called him out on it, his reply, quick as this, was, "Oh yes, I thought I'd trick Philip when I said," and he said it in that tone. It sounds like I'm putting on, "I thought I'd trick Philip." Trick Philip? What a... Matthew Craig, if you're listening, you're a dickhead.
Dox him. Dox him. Where's he live?
Dox him.
Anyway, Pokemon Snap came out and it was everything I wanted it to be. They built on the previous engine while keeping it the same. Amazing thing. I just cannot express my happiness. And of course, earlier we talked about the DLC, free DLC that's come out with 20 more new Pokemon. The fact that you've got day and night cycles with different Pokemon in it and different puzzles. It's basically a puzzle game. But you take photos, you get points for really, really cool photos. Some of the things you can do, like you can make fish jump up in the air and then seagulls come down and scoop them up and fly off with them to eat them. Oh, man, just a fantastic game. The fact that you can put your shots up on to be voted for on an online scoreboard. Yeah,
that's cool.
It's whole thing's just really, really cool, especially for someone like me who's played Pokemon since he was a very small person. This was a wonderful sequel, and yeah.
It's pretty high praise coming from... I mean, now I've seen the house anyway. Like, it's pretty high praise coming from someone with as much Pokemon stuff as you have.
Yeah.
So I'm very inclined to grab this.
You really should. Like, it's easily worth your money. Yeah,
sure.
It's a fantastic game.
That's paid in a few days.
Floppy put his picks in here, even though he wasn't going to be at the show, but I think he just wanted his legacy to live on in case the butt replacement surgery doesn't go well.
Yeah, we wish him all the best. We hope it goes well. If not, he will be missed.
Not really. But Immortals Phoenix Rising is the game.
I think it's Phoenix.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, he played this game. He enjoyed it. I didn't. I played it for a couple of hours and then just went, Breath of the Wild's just better though. I'd go back and play Breath of the Wild.
I agree. Like, I agree with the statement that Breath of the Wild is better. I think it was more polished as like this style of game, because I don't think Breath of the Wild sort of fits the mold of open world adventure game or Zelda game. It's like it's its own thing, very much so.
It's reinvented.
This was fantastic.
Actually, you know what? Breath of the Wild is basically Zelda 1 remade in 3.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
This was great. I played maybe an hour of it, and then I watched the entire game played from start to finish over the course of a couple of weeks, if not months, because Coda fell in love with it. Breath of the Wild's probably her favorite video game, next to Final Fantasy VIII.
Right.
And just, yeah, it was a great time. And the DLC was fantastic as well. It like brought in different mythologies and different sort of lore, and it was a really good time.
I did enjoy some of the humor. We can see on now, like they had the title screen running in the opening monologue, and it was game writer Zeus, game developer Zeus, bumbling narrator Prometheus,
Fake news expert Prometheus.
There's some very meta stuff in there, and it's very funny.
Yeah. But yeah, again, it just didn't appeal to me. Braden, what did you think of Phoenix Rising?
I heard a lot about it. I saw a little bit of like people playing it and stuff, but I never personally checked it out. I was always thinking it was going to be one of those games that I would one day pick up for like a sale and then would like play in the background while I watch other things, which is what I tend to do with these types of games. But I just don't think I'm ever going to get around to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there is a lot to do in this one, so...
There is. I think Floppy finished it. I might go back to it one day. I got it on the PS5. Yeah, we'll see. Braden, what's a game that you really enjoyed playing this year?
So a game I recently jumped onto just because there is a second one coming out, and it's a style of game that I like. It's not a new game at all. It's Jurassic World Evolution. I love me some Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo.
And some dinosaurs.
And some dinosaurs. I really like what they did with this. Adding all the little missions and stuff. There's like a campaign throughout it, which is something you don't really get from Coaster and Zoo at all.
I want a Pokemon Snap up with dinosaurs. That'd be rad.
Honestly, it'd be very cool. Well, this basically gives you a little bit of that. Obviously, there's no dinosaur in that photo, however. The game isn't incredibly polished, but that makes me look forward to 2 coming out, hopefully later this year. So, fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to what they add to it, new updates and everything. I enjoy a nice park sim game.
Anto!
I touched upon this one a little earlier when I introduced myself, but one of the games I've had the most fun with this year was the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. Again, it's not a brag, because at the end of the day, there are people out there who've got way more time and patience than I do to platinum stuff. Mass Effect, it's... As far as sci-fi, space opera style stuff goes, it's honestly some of the best storytelling and gameplay out there. Third-person shooters generally get a bit of a bad rap for being sort of cut and paste, but Mass Effect is very much its own thing. It's third-person combat with space magic. It's fantastic.
Who's the blue lady? The blue lady in
There are lots of blue ladies.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the one I got to have sexy time with when I was playing the game.
Pretty sure that's Liara.
Is it?
That's the love interest that Coda and I went with in our most recent playthrough. Just because it makes sense canonically wise. Like, there's a lot more time spent on developing her relationship, in my opinion.
Male shep or female shep?
We always play femshep.
Yeah.
Femshep!
Femshep
is...
Make femshep canon.
Yeah, I mean, she is. But Jennifer Hale, voice acting.
So much better.
So good.
So much better.
Mark Meir does a good job, but Jennifer Hale just absolutely kills every single performance she's ever done.
Yep.
She's so good.
So femshep is canon?
Yes.
So who's male shep? What's
He is also canon.
So they have 2 alternate timelines?
No, it's the same thing. It's just, it depends on the player.
Fluidity.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good. When was Mass Effect originally released?
2007.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
It wasn't
of that.
until the 3rd game that they started including femshep in the marketing super heavily.
Right.
But they've always said it doesn't matter. It's a choice that the player makes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
and
cool.
the best thing about Mass Effect, in my opinion, is the illusion of choice. And it is very much an illusion, but every decision you make to a degree affects every subsequent installment in the series. So my playthrough would be totally different to Ben's playthrough. Ben's playthrough would be totally different to Braden's to some degree. Some decisions you don't really have much of a choice in. The ending of the series gets a bit of
about
slack.
to say, what do you think of the horrible quotation marks 3rd ending?
Hated it when I was... when did it come out? 2013. Hated it when I was 23. Mm-hmm. As someone who's grown up and now has less of a, I hate this, it doesn't do exactly what I want mentality, I absolutely love the ending I got most recently when Coda and I played through, because it just works.
And
without spoiling anything, it just works for me specifically.
But with Mass Effect 4 coming out, they've pretty much acknowledged that there is an official canon ending, right?
Not yet.
3?
Not yet. There are 4 choices, technically, for the endings.
Right.
Because they added some, didn't they?
There were 3,
There were
and then
3
there's
they
a
added
4th
one.
option they added, which, honestly, it's a cop-out.
Is it the Happily Ever After?
No, it's worse.
Oh, okay. Worse than Happily Ever After?
No, it's way worse than any other option. It's effectively the nobody's happy ever again after this ending.
That's my kind of ending. All right.
BioWare haven't sort of made any kind of statement on whether or not any of the endings are canon. Mm-hmm. Personally, I want the ending I chose to be canon, because I don't want Shepard to not be a thing. It's all I'm saying, just in case I'm spoiling things for people.
Well, now that it is available in this package now, there's probably a lot of people who hadn't played them originally who can check it out now. So
Yes, go do it. It's a great time. Minimum sort of playthrough will take you maybe 60 to 80 hours for all three if you just sort of just blitz through it.
Seth Green's in it.
Seth Green is in it. He plays Joker, the pilot, in all three games.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit weird when the ending revealed that it was actually part of the Firefly universe. I saw the Firefly fly past. What's going on? I just took the sky away from him. I played Bowser's Fury, or Bowser's Fury, as I like to call it, because I'm a wacky funster.
He does get cat ears and stuff.
He does, and he turns into Super Catten. Where you turn into a big old Super Saiyan cat, Mario, and you smash the big old Bowser. I really like the look of Bowser, Gigantamax Bowser. I think he looks amazing.
Bowser.
He looks great. It plays very much like a test run of what they could possibly do for the next Mario game. Just like a completely open world, and you just go from area to area unlocking. I can see them trying a Mario game like this for whatever Odyssey 2 is, or whatever the next game is that they bring along. But yeah, I played this with my daughter. She didn't have a real fun time because she was Bowser Jr. and just
whacking your paintbrush at people.
Yeah, whatever, boring. I was having all the fun, but that's what you get when it's your game.
Well, you're player one, right?
Yeah, I'm always player one.
Yeah,
I had two younger sisters, and guess what? They were always that loser Luigi. Anyway, Floppy put in his vote for Resident Evil Village. Yeah, cool game. Didn't play it.
I enjoyed Village. It was a good time. It's very short. I feel like it's designed for multiple playthroughs, like 100%.
Is it designed to launch the next major storyline and character arc?
I think so. Without revealing anything about the ending, it does a very, very good job of tying up every sort of plot point from 1 to 7. Mm-hmm. It does a real good job of tying things together. I'm very keen to see what they do with 9. Just to address Dylan very quickly.
Okay, yes. Dylan in the chat.
The ending I chose was the red one, because my shepherd would not have chosen any of the other endings.
I chose the blue one, and Braden chose yellow. He got the surfing Pikachu.
I was wondering where that was going. Good work.
Braden.
I checked out something which I mentioned a little bit earlier without even mentioning it. The Outer Wilds. Not the Outer Worlds, which...
They came out at the same time.
They were very...
Guys, come on.
It was so close. And I bet someone was like, piss. Damn it, really? The one time we do this.
Just piss.
Piss. I had always heard good things about it from the people I follow, so I was like, you know what, I'll go check it out. And man, this game is really, really fascinating.
Time loop game?
Yeah, so time loop, you get about 20-something minutes. But the things that you discover, like the information you gather about, basically you're trying to figure out why this time loop's happening and what's going on. Really fun little kooky characters. It's like a really interesting world. Like the plot that you do unravel gets really fascinating until you figure out what happened and you're like, oh, that's not what I was really expecting it to be. The visual style of it's really nice. The music is fantastic in it. Yeah, I highly recommend people go check it out. Avoid spoilers, because when you do figure it out by yourself, like, you feel like a genius. But also, there are, like, really tense, like, space horror element stuff where, like, not like horror per se.
Space horror? You mean like...
But like...
Attack of the Clones?
Yes, definitely. There's a new graphic novel coming out. Not a joke.
Because that's the most horrible Star Wars film I've seen.
Yeah, we're going to put it in the horror section. No, we're not ordering it. Unless you want it. But there's like a section...
I don't like horror.
There's a section...
It's coarse.
Damn it.
It gets everywhere.
Of course, it's rough and it
There's
gets
a
everywhere.
section that's specifically like tense and like... I personally was just like shitting myself the entire time because it's just... You feel like if you breathe, something will go wrong and you'll have to do it all again and experience it again. But yeah, it's really well-made game.
I have a question for you, Braden.
Yes.
Horror games.
No.
No.
Braden doesn't do horror.
Hear me out.
Yes.
So, like, the horror you're describing is less of a, boo, we're going to jump out of a cupboard, here's a scary monster, you can shoot in the face with a shotgun kind of horror. And it's more of that sort of tense, you don't know what's going on. This could be psychologically or like spiritually horrifying kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the kind of like you know the whole thing that got Alien really spooky was the like no one can hear you scream in space or whatever. Like it's that
true.
feeling of like you're alone in your pod and you're having to adventure into this thing, and if you get something wrong, like you know that your character is going to have this like horrific death. Like obviously they don't show it or anything in this, but like it's such a tense moment. Like not to spoil too much, but like you legitimately have to have your ship at like the slowest it can go so it doesn't make too much noise, and you're making minor adjustments to try and get to where you need to go without these big things waking up, and it's in this really gross looking I highly recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah, it sounds great. Like that sounds really cool to me.
If you like sci-fi stuff, get on it. And there's new stuff.
Now I'm a bit bummed I didn't put down what you've put down, Anto.
Oh yeah.
So what's the game that you enjoyed playing?
Well, we've already talked about it on the show because it's coming to Games Pass pretty soon. Hades.
Yeah.
I spent pretty much from the day it was available digitally on the Switch to about the 3rd week after launch playing this game.
Wow.
Like every waking moment that I had away from work or doing anything else, I was playing this game, and on the Switch, it's portable, do it anywhere kind of thing.
I was exactly the same, by the way.
Yeah.
I held off, and then Dan just kept raving about it. And then I remember before one show, Dan just went, "Yeah, I'm actually addicted to it. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I just keep thinking about when I can do my next run and when can I do my next run." Mm-hmm. And I went, "All right, I need to try this out then." And I did, and I wasn't as bad as Dan, but definitely got to that for at least a week or two. Just I'm going to get up a little bit earlier so I can
Very
play.
much that exact feeling. Like I am not a huge fan of like procedural generation or is it
roguelikes.
roguelike or
roguelites.
roguelite? I don't know. But
Not a fan at all.
this sort of style of gameplay doesn't gel with me very often. This was the first game that has this sort of just what's the best term for it? Can't even think of it at the moment. Brain's fried.
The procedurally generated, when you die, you lose your
Gameplay
progress.
loop.
Yeah.
That's the term. Gameplay loop. This sort of stuff doesn't tick my boxes. Just everything about this game, from the art to the music to the voice direction to just the overall feel of the gameplay, it's just brilliant. And if you haven't played it, it's the perfect kind of game to get into for this sort of genre because it's way more forgiving than other stuff. The way it works, like every death that you have, you can power up and do better next time kind of thing until that caps out to a point where you're basically, character you play as a god, but you feel like a god by the time you get to the end. And it's just so rewarding.
Again, it's very much like that Fortnite type thing where you can jump in and do a run in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can play for 10 minutes or get sucked in for 12 hours.
Yeah, but like you finish a run and you go, all right, I'll try again next time.
Yeah.
And you spend some time just in the main hub area and then give it another crack and then, hang out. And, you do get bad runs as well. You don't get the god power that you wanted in order to get you through or power up your weapons. So you do a run just to collect the money and the cash in order to, and then you go in for a more serious run when you do get the buff that you were after. Super fun game. Again, it's coming to Games Pass very, very soon. Everyone should definitely at least play it once.
I'm going to play it on Games Pass again.
How cool was that final fight, by the way, with his father?
It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Loved it.
I've got it digitally on Switch. I own the physical copy.
I need to get the physical copy.
And I'm going to play it on Games Pass again because, like Braden said earlier, you get to play it again for the first time. Like, it's fantastic. It's just so cool. I'm going to shut up because I could talk about it for ages.
Right. So another game that I played during the year that I went back to, Pokemon Gold. On the old, I want to say on my old Game Boy, but I didn't play it on the Game Boy. I got the 3DS. No, not Heart Gold. Gold.
Oh, the download. The digital one.
The digital Gold. So I had Silver growing up, so I decided to crack open Gold and give it a go. Yeah. I was always a red type guy, Gen 1er. I do like the designs of the Pokemon a lot more in Gen 1. But yeah, man, Gold is such the better game. It really is. And playing it, you just remember, spoiler alert for a game that's 25 years old, that at the end of it, when you finish the Elite Four, and they go, oh, you want to go back to Kanto? And you go back to Kanto and you go through all the gyms there and get all
Yep.
16 badges and they go, oh, got to Mount Silver. So you go through there and freaking Red's on top of the mountain. That was like the very first time any one of these games had ever called back to the first game like this.
Or there was ever any kind of sense of continuity.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, not really because Metal Gear. But yeah, like it was amazing game. It's still an amazing game. Introduced shinies for the first time. I remember being freaked out whenever they said about Red Gyarados. It just didn't make sense to me. I couldn't understand. And because of my writer brain, I always try to make sense of story. I always try to make sense of continuity. It wasn't until my teenage years that I discovered you can have alternate timelines that have nothing to do with anything else. Like I got obsessed with the Street Fighter movies. And then tried to work out how the Street Fighter V animated TV series tied into the Street Fighter animated movie, even though it came after, but was set before. But they did things that they didn't remember in the Street Fighter, and it used to just destroy my brain. But yeah, great game. Everyone should play it. It's like $11 on the digital store. Go and get it before they close that store down.
Or you could shell out $400 for a physical copy on eBay.
It's not $400.
Heart gold is.
Heart gold is, but normal gold you can probably get for about $60. Just for a cart. But then you have to do this on your Game Boy.
Underneath a lamp, like a high-powered thing.
Or when your parents are driving somewhere waiting for the next street light to come along.
I'm so glad someone else has that memory.
Of course.
I tried to play Four Swords, the multiplayer for the Link to the Past Game Boy Advance release, in the back of a car in the middle of the night, travelling from like Dorset to Scotland.
I did it on the OG Game Boy with the green on green screen.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Anyway, Brayden, you know exactly what we're talking about.
I remember my Game Boy Advance.
Best system ever made.
That was the only one I had. No, my next pick, Ratchet & Clank. Obviously, duh. I love it. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is amazing. Everyone who has access to it should play it.
Yep.
And that's all I have to say because I've raved about this game many, many times. And I've Dylan in the chat as well, who's just platinumed it as well. Everyone I know who rave, love it.
Love it.
Ratchet & Clank.
I can't speak for it personally, but again, I'm sorry if I'm mentioning my girlfriend too much. I bought this for Coda, like
Talk about games,
launch
man.
day, and she just
take that
blitzed
back.
through
It's
it
an
in
awful thing
maybe
to
a
say.
week or two. It was fantastic. It looks gorgeous. From what I have played of it, it's very, very good. I want to start with the previous ones before I jump into this one.
I do recommend playing through the previous ones as well. I love the entire
Speaking of spending $40 to $60 on a game, they're not cheap anymore.
No, they're not.
And Edo, last pick. What game have you played this year that you've very much enjoyed?
This one's actually something I played very recently, and it's probably... what year were you born in, Braden?
97?
It's older than Braden.
Everything's older than Brayden.
It's not a high bar
it's
to meet.
not. Yeah.
So I've been playing on stream, which I'll be continuing at some point in the future.
Oh, whereabouts? Where were you doing?
Just over at twitch.tv/HackTheDino.
On twitch.tv/HackTheDino.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe if you're watching now on twitch.tv/HackTheDino, you should press the follow button.
Yeah.
It's free, by the way. You can do that and not spend any money. But if you press follow and ring the bell or turn on notifications, you'll know when you're going live with a stream for Sonic 3.
And, I'll be posting about it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of our socials. Like, it'll be everywhere. So as soon as I'm ready to go again, we'll
So basically, they should just head to hackthedino.com on a daily basis. Because I think you can also stream this from hackthedino.com.
Yeah, I can.
You can.
Anyway,
What were we talking about?
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. So for those who aren't aware, Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles independently were
Two separate games?
two separate games. Sonic 3 was released about a year before Sonic and Knuckles. They split the game into two because cartridges and development was very expensive back in the 90s, like memory and all that stuff. Quite pricey when you're trying to put together a video game.
I hated this level, by the way. The oranges and the, honestly, it's ugly.
Yeah, no, it's not the best palette. Like, I think it's because orange contrasts nice with blue, but I'm guessing. I'm not an artist.
It's much better. Look at the purples.
I locked the two games on together, so you can combine Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and all of the Knuckles levels and play it all as one giant adventure.
32X.
What?
I don't know. Sega sucks, man.
No, Sega's great. You gotta pick and choose what you play. Anyway, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, in my opinion,
Pick
probably...
and choose what you play. All right, I pick Nintendo's games, and I choose to ignore Sega.
That's fine. You can do that. You're well within your right to do that, Ben.
I've been doing it for a long time.
You just don't want to say how old you are, do you?
What?
Anywho, in my opinion, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is easily the best Sega Mega Drive game ever made. It's probably in my top 10 2D games ever. It's just a good time. It's fun if you like Sonic.
This isn't 2D. Liar.
Stop it. Stop picking.
You haven't watched this show very much, have you?
I have. You're bullying me because it's my first time.
I bully everyone. Don't worry about it. If I wasn't bullying you, it'd be a problem.
I love you too, man. But yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Fantastic game. It's available on a fair few sort of modern platforms now. Mobile. You can get it on, well, not Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You can get most of the Sonic games on Switch now. They're like $7 to $11 each. But if you don't want to spend any money and you want to be lazy and you want to help us out, you can watch me play it.
Speaking of me bullying people, it's time to play Brayden versus the World. Oh. Now, Anto, how would you best describe Brayden versus the World?
As far as I understand it, from watching twitch.tv/Hack The Dino.
Yes.
It is a let's test Brayden and make him answer questions about music he doesn't know exists.
Close. I have here 4 songs from video games past, present, or future. I will play some bars, some music of the first song that has appeared in a video game somewhere. Brayden, representing Brayden, takes on the world, this episode represented by Anto, in trying to guess where that song came from. You can ask any question, taking it in turns backwards and forwards for 5 turns. At the end of 5 turns, you have a free guess to see if you know where that song came from. If you don't guess it, it's a draw. If you do guess it, you get a point. Now, you can jump in early and try to guess early, but if you get it wrong, the point goes to the other side. All good? All clear on the rules?
Yes.
At the end of last show, we had Brayden on 22 and the world on 21. So are we ready for song number 1?
Yes.
Okay.
I will not look at your laptop.
And
because...
chat, shh.
Dylan the villain has been excellent in reminding Game Boy Dad to be a good boy and not give the answer away.
Yes, thank you, Dylan.
And everyone else in the chat, be good. Don't give away any clues. Here we go. Song number 1. The Wicked Witch of the West. Brayden, question number 1.
I'm wondering if there's different versions that you're gonna come out with or anything. What console is it on?
This was on the PlayStation. Yep. Anto?
Am I allowed to guess it straight
Yeah,
away?
if you know it. But if you get it wrong, goes to the other side.
It's One Winged Angel by Nobuo Uematsu, and it's the original PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy VII version.
I'm sorry. You're correct.
Hey! If I didn't get that, I would literally have just walked out of a show.
I mean, knowing the composer and everything, like, that's great. I love
Yeah.
it.
He's my favorite composer. I'm sorry. I don't think you had a chance with this one.
That's good. No, the thing was, I knew what it was. I just wasn't sure if Ben was going to trip us up on some weird version.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Would I do that?
Absolutely, I would. Here we go. Song number 2. Brayden?
Sounds like,
number
something,
1?
sounds like something from a Tim Burton movie.
Not far off.
Oh, okay. Who
Very far off.
developed this game?
Square.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. No. Far out. It was published by Nintendo.
Bandai Namco were developers?
Were they?
I think so. If it's what I think it is.
No, I don't think it is. No, it's not Bandai Namco. No, it's either HAL Laboratories, but I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo in-house published. Anto, question number 1.
Can I guess what it is?
If you like.
It's the arranged version of the Final Fantasy VII main theme for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yep.
Damn.
Man, he's just wiping.
That is some knowledge right there. To know specifically that it is all of those details.
I just want to highlight, we've got Ando here giving us the composer of the year, how many bars are in the opening thing. Floppy going, is it Footloose the game?
I mean, I'm just setting a standard for Floppy when he comes back, right?
Yeah, well, you know, no, you're all the world. All right, here we go. Song number 3. That's right. It's me playing the organ. Brayden, question number 1.
Bennett Church. Before it's set on fire.
During.
What year was this released?
2005.
Okay, that threw me for a loop.
World?
Who developed it?
Square. Enix. Square Enix. They were Square Enix by then. Brayden, question number 2.
What gameplay is it?
Third person, sort of actiony, puzzle-y, RPG type dealio. Question number 2. World.
What weapon does the protagonist use?
He's got a big key. See, I was going to say something really tricky, like, you've armed yourself well with that question.
Goddamn.
Because you've got tattoos. Anyway, Brayden, question number 3.
Very nice. Okay. Wait, was it 2005? You said?
It was.
Okay. I'm gonna.
And then, question number 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, got him.
There it is.
Got him.
There it is, folks.
Yes. Well,
I don't know the name of the song, but I know where it's.
Forget it then.
No.
I know where it's from.
That's all we need.
It's from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Correct.
Just for clarification.
Yeah, okay, we can all see it there. The keyblades are on Anto's arm. Okay, here we go. Now, this one takes a little while to get going, so I'm just going to press play now, and it'll kick in eventually.
Eventually.
Eventually, it'll kick in. Here we go.
I know it. Okay.
Okay, Brayden, question number 1.
Oh, who developed it, mate?
Actually, I can't be sure on that one.
Anto, who developed it?
Well, I have a few questions about which song you want us to guess out of this, or are we guessing the arrangement?
You're not guessing the song. You're just guessing whether game,
You're taking
what
this
game
game
it appeared
Okay,
in.
Very
cool.
seriously.
In which case, I know which one it is.
Okay, so question number 1, Anto.
Wait. What console was it on?
3DS.
Aha, I know which it is.
Brayden, question number 2.
Who do you play as in this one?
You don't really play as anyone. You're observing, but interacting, but mainly observing.
I have changed the points.
Good. Oh, yeah. We'll go into that later. Anto, question number 2.
I feel like you may have curated these songs just for me, and I don't know why.
No!
I know what it is, I think.
Okay.
It's a very strange name with, I've never quite been sure on my pronunciation. Theatre Rhythm, Final Fantasy.
Holy shit, I can't believe you got that. Holy shit! Like, I was sure that I got one. I searched long and hard. Holy crap! This is the first time I've been owned.
Yeah,
Bit of trivia about
tried to
my
get
interaction with Theatre Rhythm.
Yeah?
I own the basic sort of first release. I
Yeah.
own the sequel, Curtain Call, and I own the not released in Australia collector's edition of Curtain Call that I actually picked up at Greenlight Comics through King Kaiju. I love that game so much.
I thought I had one where I was like, this will get him. This will put him in his place. No.
It's like Anto likes JRPGs. You are correct. I do like JRPGs.
They were all Final Fantasy VII because, I don't know.
It's why I started asking, like, who developed it? Because every answer
specific. I can name some of the songs from that last one as well.
No, you don't need to.
But I want to.
No, second
Do I get
over.
extra points?
So at the end of that, we have Brayden on 22 and the world on 25.
What is this game?
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed either.
It's a rhythm turn-based action RPG.
Why
is the best
not?
way I can put it.
On the
Why
3DS.
not?
It's really good. It's also on iOS, but only in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Goddamn.
So yeah, world's on 25. World's on 25 and Brayden's on 22. Now, don't worry, Floppy will be back next show with his new butt, and I'm sure that score will not move for another 6 months. So you'll be right, Brayden. But we we have been Hack the Dino. I'm Ben Rosenthal. I was joined tonight by our social media wizard, Anto.
Hello.
And joined by the key quester. Key quested. He likes going to court because he likes being key quested so much. He likes going over mountains and key quistadoring. That's problematic. It's Brayden. He was here as well, doing all the stuff.
Hi.
Brayden, have you got something you'd like to plug?
Yes, I do. Let me quickly bring it up because I don't have anything prepared right now.
Yeah.
I would
True
like to
professionalism.
mention a little show that I am on with some of my friends where we talk about the movies and the TV shows.
Both the movie and the TV show?
The movie and the TV shows.
my God.
You might have seen some movies on the Netflix of Fear Street. Fear Street was a trilogy that just released. Each week we went through and talked about them. We also went and saw Black Widow. We reviewed Space Jam a week before the Americans even saw it, so we got a bunch of views from that.
How did you not get blacklisted for that? But every time we play a game that comes out like 2 days before the Americans do, we get bloody shadow banned.
Movies. But yeah, we've been talking about a bunch of different stuff. We finally, Loki finished, so we did a little thoughts on Loki.
Just quickly, just you personally.
Me, yes.
What did you think of the ending?
I'm here for it personally.
Right.
Our very own Dan McGuinness sent me a message in the middle of the night after he watched Loki, and I just so happened to finish watching it.
From beyond the grave.
And he was like, "Hey, did you watch Loki yet?" And I was like, "Yes, I just finished it." He was like, "Not spoilers, kind of, but not really. What is this Matrix ass bullshit?" And I was like,
fair.
"I never
don't even
thought
get
of it
the
like
reference.
that."
That's
Fair.
funny.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
But I thought it was very funny, and so he wasn't a huge fan of the finale, but he liked the show around.
So I personally think they didn't stick the landing on the finale. Too rushed. But apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, it was originally a 12-part show, right? And they've split it in the middle because of COVID?
Yeah, a little bit like that. So they've had a lot of production troubles with these things. Obviously, Falcon and Winter Soldier was meant to come out of the first, and then they were still in production when COVID hit, so they couldn't do Falcon and Winter Soldier first, so they were like, well, I guess we're doing WandaVision first. And then
Best one.
Black Widow still hadn't come out, so a character who appeared in Falcon and Winter Soldier first was meant to appear in Black Widow first.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah. So all this stuff happened because of COVID and everything. So yeah, Loki is getting season 2. I'm very excited for what's to come. With the whole MCU, very excited. But also, they yabbered on about Seth Rogen a bunch and everything. It's a fun little show.
Can I just quickly ask?
Yes.
Will you be delving into the new He-Man show?
I'm
Masters of the Universe.
I'm interested to see if any of us end up watching it. I haven't personally checked it out yet, but I've heard mixed things.
Okay. I think we'll talk about this in the post-show. So
Yes.
if you want to head on over to patreon.com/hackthedino and subscribe for however much and get the post-show, I'm going to talk about it. But I will just say this. It is freaking excellent. I smiled and loved every single part of it. Absolutely brilliant. Cannot say enough good words about it. And everyone should watch it. And if you don't like it, please let me know because it makes it real easy for me to just block you. It makes my life a whole lot easier. So if you could do that for me, that'd be great. And then go home and cry your salty tears into your little fruit box.
I mean, I watched the original as a kid, so like it's encouraging to hear that this one's good too.
Oh, if you watched it as a kid, you may not like it. I watched it as a kid. I had figurines. I loved it, Masters of the Universe, when I was a kid. Even back then, I could still tell it was corny crap. But I'll go on about this in the after show. So if you want to see it, patreon.com/hackthedino. Sign up for the post show, and we'll be talking to our lovely Patreons who are joining us in the chat after. Anto, do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, sure. Well, the main thing is just hackthedino.com.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, just head there. All of our stuff's there. Links to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. YouTube. So
Discord.
youtube.com/hackthedino. The Discord. Again, if you're a Patreon, you get access to a private Hack the Dino Discord where, you know, we can talk about things that, you know, maybe you don't want publicly available. It's up to you. I don't know. Yeah, just the only other thing I can think of is my personal Instagram, which I share bits and pieces and random tidbits and things that I pick up and collect, which is just Spagoogly Dude, SPAGOOGLYDOOD.
See it down the
in
bottom.
there
Here it
somewhere.
comes. Here it comes. It's coming now.
There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's a few bits and pieces there. Probably my ruggedly handsome face somewhere in there. I don't know. Either way, it's a good time.
I finally got stuff to plug. That Xbox thing that I've been talking about the past couple of weeks, that's being recorded this weekend. So very, very soon I'll be allowed to announce that, and where people can go to listen to some Xbox stuff coming from me. But I also, while I was sitting last night on the computer, I decided, actually you'll see it in the Discord, I came across a video game cover. And it's of an old video game magazine called Next Generation from the 90s. And it just said something like best graphics ever, or
the future of video game graphics is here.
The future of video game graphics is here. And it had a picture, an example of the future of video games graphics, and it was just the most awful, uncanny valley looking.
Are you ready for it?
You got it there?
You ready for it?
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Graphics to die for.
Graphics to die for. There we are. That's the future of video game graphics right there. And I went down a rabbit hole just looking at all, because I remembered all the really bad video game art I used to see in the 90s. So I just started looking at video game magazines. You can see on the screen there, Ryu with a broken arm. And I've decided to set up another Instagram page, and I'm just putting up there bad video game art. It's called Bad Game Arts. That's Bad Game Arts with an S, because Bad Game Art was taken, so I put an S on there to sound wacky.
And Bad Game Farts was taken by Floppy. That's why he's in trouble.
Oh, gosh darn it. I should have done Bad Game Farts. But Bad Game Arts, you see a really bad picture of Akuma with no hairline. You can follow us over on twitter.com/badgamearts or instagram.com/badgamearts. Or if you've got any really bad game art that you want to send me, head on over to the Discord, shoot me up. Shoot me up?
Shoot you
I
up.
said that again.
Whoa.
That's the second time I've made that. Hit
Ben,
me up.
we're here to have a talk. And it's a big issue, and we've all been hiding it. We need to see your arms right now. No.
You think if they kind of the Patreon, they can afford that habit?
Well, you know. Anyway, if you got some really bad game art, hit me up on Bad Game Arts on any of those services. But we have been Hack the Dino. I am Mr. Benjamin. I got stuff that I purchased with money. I got tennis for the Nintendo Entertainment System, the black box version for $20. That was cool. $19.
I'll trade you a Wii drum kit for that Pikachu DS.
No,
Okay.
sorry. No, I got that Pikachu DS for $30. Pretty good. 100,000 only made. Only in Japan exclusive. $30. Thank you, Cash Converters, for not knowing what the hell you're doing.
Yay!
Anyway, we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our Critical Path. You have been my burp. I just burped. There you go. That's for you. Show's over. You get my burp.